A good evening, this is Nerdist to Human, and welcome to this part 4 of our Thrace live stream. And well, today hopefully will be the end of this short campaign. And I say hopefully because I'm hoping we can make some excellent progress. Before we get properly going, can we just check that sound is okay? And I will get us moving over to the game now. And lovely, that's working for me. Oh, we have movements. Do we have sound? There we are. We have some beautiful, beautiful sounds. Sounds good. Thank you, Landfill. Okay, looking magnificent. So I have had a little peruse around the map a little bit earlier today just to make sure I remembered what we were doing. And yeah, we've made some excellent, excellent progress. So the last few episodes, I think episode 2 was pretty quiet. We were just slowly expanding and making sure that we built our empire in Rhodes and Crete, and yet with the great world of peace, didn't we? Until last time when we launched the assault on the Peloponnese, took over Sparta into Corinth. Oh yes, of course, with Corinth we had to get the Scipioni on side. That was good fun. Still technically our allies for now. Not so sure about this guy. I think we'll be okay. Probably be okay with the Romans for today. Hoping we can complete the short campaign without having to deal with them, but you know, we'll see about all of that nonsense. They could cause us problems. They will just land here whenever they want. Now, on that note, we need today to have a good think about how we are going to win. So obviously last time we ended with a bit of a Scythian cliffhanger because they declared war on our other allies, the Dacians. We sided with the aggressors because we thought Scythia would be slightly more potentially problematic. But they are now turning back and facing us. Now, okay, we should be fine because they are friends. They're just moving between, you know, their city and you know, where they're trying to attack. But yeah, some potential problems. Let's just remind ourselves where we're at though, because we have 9 regions right now. Our victory condition is to hold 15 provinces and destroy or outlast Macedon. Now, okay, we made good progress with Macedon last time. We left them with Larissa, Thessalonica and Bylazora. And, okay, how are we going to kill them off? Well, at the moment there's quite a few boats floating around, but I don't need to worry about them. We do have this battle over here, which immediately they're obviously going to run away from. And yeah, I think, yeah, we're out of movement for now, which is unfortunate, but we can get that underway in next time. Let's get the spy inside the city once more. On that note, I'm sure we had a poisoned spy. This guy, yes, he has plague. Beautiful. I'm just going to make sure I get my stream set up on the side here, actually, on my phone, just to make sure I can check that everything is running okay. For some reason, YouTube doesn't let me actually access it on my phone until like we're actually getting going, which is a little bit strange. So I'll just get that sorted out. Now, how are we doing in the chat, by the way? As I say, I don't currently know how we're looking, but everything seems to be running all right as far as I can see. There we are. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's working for me now. I've got the chat on here. Shall we get ourselves moving forward then? Right, we have very little to do on this turn, but I think it's probably worth having a little look at, yeah, the faction rankings. So we'll go for the top. We'll go for the top 5, I think. How do we get onto that? Beautiful. So top 5 factions: Thrace, Gaul. Gaul just started a lot of territory. The Scipii, interesting for them. Egypt and Carthage. Okay, again, Carthage start with quite a few settlements, don't they? So, overall ranking, we're floating there, probably just poking into 2nd at this point. Military ranking, we are 5th at this point, but that's doing quite nicely. We've improved heartily. Now, production, not so interested, but territory, this is the important part. Okay, so right now, Egypt are along with us on 9 settlements. And did we get the message last time for Egypt being on the verge of victory? I feel like we did. But maybe I'm imagining that because they need 15 and I think it's the Seleucids they need dead. But either way, as long as people don't have 15, we are safe. So that's our ultimate target today, if we can push it that far. But we shall see if we can make it that far. Wow, Carthage had a bucket of money. Very nice, Carthage. Okay, so Rome's cheating their way through money. That's about expected. We're spending as we go. But in general, we're doing pretty well with that population. That is Egypt flying ahead. We are third on that as well. So we're doing pretty well, all things considered. But I think we need to start ending our turn. Maybe is there one more unit we need to hire out here? Just checking round. We can't hire up anything too useful right now. So we'll just get ourselves moving. We have a spy. Oh yes, I do want some more spies around actually. Okay, so a boat. Probably should have been sending my boats back home, but apparently we actually won. That's quite shocking. Okay. Right, so we've got ourselves betrayed. Oh. It happened. Oh, for Pete's sake. God damn and blast Scythia. Yeah, okay. Well, I felt like there's a bit 50-50, but we've got the betrayal from Scythia. Brilliant stuff. Egypt are the largest faction. They must have just taken a new territory on the end turn. And construction report. Byzantium has a stone wall. Unfortunately, Campus Getae is about 3 turns away. It was about to do it, not yet. Okay, let's come back to some of this construction because some of these have key things to do. You need a stone wall, especially if Scythia have indeed come in. Rhodes could do with a stone wall as well. Not as immediately. Who else could do with a stone wall in my brain? Yes, it is just Getae up here, isn't it? I have 3 in my mind. So, yeah, we just got this built. And we were about to build the stone wall. Excellent. Okay, they haven't built anything yet. So we'll have to ponder what we're doing with that. That's going to slow down our expansion. Oh, our spy didn't die. Very nice. Mr. Plague is not dead. Okay, well, we'll send him in and we'll disease them. Let's now plague that settlement. Although, what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to send him towards the Brutii because, I'll be honest, I don't want them involved. Hirushu says, yay. Thank you, Hirushu. I assume that's for the Scythians backstabbing me. Deathstalk's Lander is just that character for now. So we'll see if we can slow them down a bit. I'd rather the Brutii... Well, first I need to know what's going on. Hopefully they bash their heads against the Greek wall for a while we finish off Macedonia. And that's pretty much what our plan is. So we're going to... Okay, we'll get rid of the ram, actually. No need for any ram. Get rid of the rams. And we'll do that. That will probably work for us. Yeah, that's grand. Okay. And with that, we have the city under siege. Hopefully they're going to come and try and intercept us, because that would be ideal, to be honest. What do we want to hire around here? Illyrians and the Peltas. We'll just get the Illyrians on this one. Actually, do want to spend money. Let's focus on our money first, because we definitely need reinforcements in this part of the world. We have 2 experience from Sparta, so we'll do that. When this is done building, we've got the archery range on our way. Perfect. We'll get another Falksman there in the meantime. Make sure the Romans aren't doing anything stupid. We'll get some more phalanxes over here. Let's not worry about those retraining for the moment. And Rhodes, you need to get yourself another spy. We will have more money in a minute once we sack Larissa. And to be honest, the economy's largely been pretty good, but we just stretched it thin with all of our attacks. Bravehearts! I started the YouTube channel and want to start making Total War videos. What kind of contents do you guys prefer? Just gameplay playthrough like this. Well, I'll let the chat comment on that. But yeah, I think the general thing is do something that you find fun, because ultimately, if you try and focus too much on what you think people want to watch, you might eventually just get tired and bored of it. As long as you're doing stuff that you find you're passionate about, people will pick up on that passion. I think that's my general view, but people want to be more specific in the chat, feel free. Tom Zantium, we could do with building, but for now, what do we want to do? I'm not sure how much sallying we want to do in this case. They haven't built anything, so it's going to be another turn for the time being. Now, I could send reinforcements in theory, but to be honest, what I kind of want here is the Titus army to head down to Macedonia. So this is a little bit of a spanner in the works, because now we've got to deal with Scythia. I think our ideal plan with them is to repel this and then move on to Campus Scythia. Now, if they actually did attack, they've got a lot of horse archers. We know that we win 1-on-1 if we have one javelin man, one javelin horse against one horse archer, but they definitely have more than that. We'll have to see what we can do about all of this. Let's just, in theory, see what we've got to deal with here. One axeman, one archer, and a big pile of horse archers. And it's the faction leader as well. He's 65. I know if we wait around, he's not going to die, but I'm going to hold back for the moment on that. I'll just see if they build anything in the next turn or two. I don't mind 2 turns. We can always send up some units from Titus if we need to. Now, Getae is where we get our cavalry from, unfortunately. We don't have a second place to hire those in the north, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, we're generally fine with our towns and our growth. We will just get the trader going here. And other than that, we'll probably just end our turn because we don't have an awful lot of money to spare until this sacking happens. And then we'll be fine. We'll get ourselves moving on. So, let's end our turn. And anything happening up here? First of all, I'll be losing men. Yes, we are losing men to the siege. That is annoying. They've built a load of rams. Okay, we'll see how all of that goes. Oh dear, we're probably going to lose a settlement to them straight away. That's going to be slightly sad. And the Macedonians didn't come in. That is intriguing. Very intriguing. I'd rather face them in the field if they want to come do that, but let's just poke around with a spy that we sent over and see what's going on. We'll send over another spy. We'll just keep on keeping on with the spies, to be honest, and just get him over there as close as he can. Sometimes they can make it still. Yes, he indeed can. You go head over to the Brutii territory, although we've already got... Oh no, my spy with plague died. No. Oh, well, this has started badly, hasn't it? There's a few things that could have just gone positively or negatively, and they've all gone wrong. Horse archers stupid in city. Yes, horse archers are stupid in the city. That's what I'm hoping will save us there. It's just a shame that we couldn't just get the walls up. We're really close to getting there. As soon as we had the walls, I would feel really confident. But we're not quite there yet. So, I'm going to continue to get some things trained up over here. Going to get that shipyard built because that financially is important. Another financial importance is that, and elsewhere I think we'll be okay. I'll go one more turn with the rest to see if they want to come poke us, and if they don't, then we'll head in because I don't like turns where I'm not spending my money. Damn it! So we shall see. Now this Titus army, depending on what Scythia do, or how well we can repel them. Actually, I might start sending some people up there. Do I want to do that? I want to send the faction leader over here, to be honest. Although it is plagued for a while, so we are going to be weakening that down before the eventual assault. So, actually, in some ways, we've at least done some good there. Yeah, we need the money, so let's just one more end term. And, oh, we've got our Scipionian allies in to help us. Thank you very much, sirs. Macedonia, again, spying on us. And the game does not fancy our chances, 7-10. I fancy our chances. Now, one thing I did do that I might have got in trouble for was offer an attack and then backing down. That can cause problems, but no, I didn't seem to pick up anything negative for that. You can get, I can't quite think what it's called, hesitant, I think, which is not a good trait. But he's got lots of excellent traits here. I think they've negated any opportunity of that. Fine, we've lost a few men to the siege, which is a bit harsh, to be honest. But it is what it is. Faction leader, Zippites. So, he didn't die. Obviously, he was always not going to die. -1 morale. He's too bloody. Good. Sharp, very lively. He's got some good traits. +1 morale with the armourer. Oh well, so he's neutral. And with us, I don't think I saw too many positive in terms of morale. Sessional trainer is +1. Very nice. And he has a good wife. So yeah, we have slight morale advantage. He has dogs, 1 axeman, 2 archer, and that's it for infantry. Okay, so we can actually only use 3 of these 4 rams anyway. So we'll see. We have enough pikes to block up those entrances fairly well. It just depends horse archer wise what goes on. So We'll just save up in case there's any nonsense in the battle here. 4.1. And we just need to make sure, game options, that we've got... you can have the problem where the AI doesn't bother to attack properly, so we're going to make sure the time limit's on for this. So let's head on in. I recommend flanking the general cat. Yeah, I'm going to try and get my cav out of the city and get them to swing in the rear. I think that's it. This is not an ideal situation. The ideal would have been get those walls up and then we'd be 100% fine. I know I've kept this army good enough for this eventuality, but it's still potential problems if we're not careful.
This is a day for the histories, tales of bravery that will be written in the blood of our foes.
Hydrate or die, lads. Hydrate or die. Hydrate in their blood, ideally.
To arms! Let us harden our hearts and think of better days. Those days will come.
Now, as Harishi points out, yeah, blocking the gates would be with pikes is kind of normally a perfect strategy, but all they have is horse archers, so we probably want to do is block the streets further in, and I might just have some sacrificial lambs just to slow them down. So maybe militia hoplites stand there at the front, but we want to keep some of these guys in a better position. Now, they're going to... do we have a good side gate we could use? This is not a bad side gate. The other side is better because of the shield side. So get our cav out here. And I'm a bit worried about sending the general out as well. But yeah, harassing the ones as they enter is kind of going to be a good idea. We might actually be able to just take out all their infantry before they get into the city. And that will have to end the siege. So in some ways, that's kind of what I'm thinking might be better here. End the siege artificially. They're totally going to try and intercept with their horses, but we'll see what we can do about that. So we'll get some pikes just a little bit into the streets here. Actually, is that even a useful street to be? Maybe, maybe not. We'll just plug up a street over here and just make sure that's dealt with. We'll keep them near enough the plaza, but we'll keep these guys blocking a few places. We can always move them around if we need to. This is such a... Scythia is so awkward. Armour piercing axes, they should be armour piercing, yes. But I just have to see how it goes with that. Right, we've got 4 militia hoplites. Now, these guys could be useful in terms of just holding things in position and trying to take them out. So I'm going to aim for that. So yeah, we'll go for the kind of block with these guys, but we'll see what the horse archers do. Even if we can keep them busy, that might not be the worst thing. We'll just put these guys a bit too close, actually. Don't need them to get splattered. So let's move them back for the time being, because they will get knocked down by the walls. And as for the Falksmen, don't want them anywhere near the gate, quite frankly. We'll just shove them back there. They can redeploy if we need them to. Okay, I'm just hoping the horse archers don't fly forward here. Why are Scythia so damn awkward? Right, anything in the comments there? Nothing that I haven't already seen. Okay. Right. This one's going to be intriguing. I really don't know if this is the best tactic for this or not. I've not really been in this scenario with Thrace too often. When I practiced against the Scythia, I was very much on the offensive. But we are going to get these horses straight out to this flank, and if nothing else, hopefully it keeps them busy. Did I do anything with the Peltas? The Peltas are indeed right here. Okay. Should I just throw the Peltas? I'm just going to throw the Peltas out here, actually. Why not? Peltas, you get yourselves out there. Give them a poke. I'm actually going to send these guys as well. Why not? Let's just be slightly silly, and we'll just see what happens. Let's try and hold them up as long as we can. Cavalry are taking a little bit longer than I'd like. You guys off skirmish. Who have we got? That's Arch Warband, that's Arch Warband. Can we get you near these axemen? Yeah, you guys go and run into those axemen. You guys go into phalanxy mode and just kind of get in the way of them. Perfect. Okay, I wonder if anyone's going to react to this. Horses are interested, but not exactly galloping yet. Okay. You guys need to just get running. Yep, they're in position there. You guys, oh, they're getting interrupted. Don't get interrupted. Oh, they've given up already. I was slightly concerned that might happen, but hopefully they'll be fine and they won't run straight into them. They're running straight into them. Brilliant work, Peltasts. That's exactly what we don't need from them. They could have done quite a lot of damage if they'd been helpful, but they are not helpful at all. Okay, cavalry. I think now we're going to have to send you out instead. I'm just going to send the cavalry out charging at this point. Go and run into these guys. Just let's go and swarm. Let's go and swarm. Unfortunately, there are warhounds here, but we're just going to swarm them. If nothing else, at this point, we can just panic. So, time to panic. These guys can just start to get in a vague position. But I'm a bit concerned about horse archers. These axemen will get shredded by us if that situation happens. Those Scythian horse archers are also getting themselves murdered into these guys. Dogs have been released, which is not good, but at the very least we can leave them running around for about the next half an hour. So you guys, get over there now. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of all of the dogs. My general's routing because of the this is not great. Their morale is just not holding, and he's running straight back through all of this lot. We need... Wow. This is a disaster. The general's going to die. Oh, we've lost this badly. Yeah, these guys are not doing well. General is running through them. He stopped. Why have you stopped? Oh, days. Lordy, lordy, lord. Down goes the general to a dog. Right, well, we have lost this very badly, ladies and gents, which is unfortunate because sometimes morale is just all this comes down to. And indeed, morale is indeed the thing here today. We need these guys to immediately run out of position because the horse archers are about to absolutely charge on in here. And we need to be in a better position. So, yeah. In fact, I think it's already a little bit late for that, actually. You guys just immediately run into position. Run into this position instead. They've broken as well. Nothing has managed to hold. It's all routed. It's all gone completely wrong at the very start. Woohoo! Okay, so this is about as disastrous as it can go, which is the classic morale nonsense of this game sometimes. Okay, let's just grab the 3 units we have left and maybe just run them to the plaza because we can at least do some damage with them. Dart and blast! They did not hold for even a few seconds in this battle. That is absolutely insane. We've not had the luck go for us there. Fine. These guys also need to run back to the plaza, but pretty much these guys are still standing there. Interesting. Didn't realise that. They can do something, damn it. Okay, well, if they want to stand still for a minute, they can. Everyone else is routing. Felksmen are running back to the centre. Oh, this is just perfect, isn't it? Okay, these phalanxes, in theory, could do some good damage if they want to stand. That was catastrophic. Yeah, it was as bad as it could possibly go. Not really very impressed with how they did all of that, to be honest. So we're going to get him to stand over here because he can at least block up the plaza. And he can block up the entrance and stand on the plaza while he does it. But we'll just see what position they get themselves into. Everyone else is dead. This is... They've even run away in the worst possible fashion. Those militia hoplites are gone. Excellent. They're being shot down as they get into position. It's just all the most catastrophic thing you could possibly imagine. This is magnificent. You know what? I'm not even going to bother worrying about taking this back anytime soon. I will say this campaign has gone flawlessly up until this point. So in some ways I can't complain, but you know, it's just impressive from the general. I knew the war dogs were potentially an issue there. I just kind of ignored the potential problem. Turned out it was a problem. Oh well. Well, let's speed this up and let everyone get into position because eventually they're going to have to run into the plaza. And if nothing else, this guy can stand his ground for a few seconds. And this guy can hopefully do something, although he might get flanked. They are... Horse archers are just going to wander here slowly, aren't they? Please don't shoot us down. Please actually run in and die. Come on, run in and die. Yay! Come on. So close to running in and dying. How is this each we've written in the history books? Who knows? Who knows? But we don't get to write that history. So, well, I guess we do if we win the war. These guys, I forgot to press war cry, but if nothing else, we did win that first encounter. Good. We won the battle, ladies and gents. If those peltasts at the gate had just not got themselves stuck, it might have been fine. I mean, I wanted to try and keep the general near people, but it just didn't really work out, sadly. Okay, these guys are still getting shot, unfortunately. There's not a lot I can do about that. Just to hope that they come in a little bit quicker. Oh, they're routing as well. I don't even know how they're getting shot from that angle. They shouldn't be able to. There's a few just starting to flank them, but they're just barbarian cavs. So no idea how they managed to shoot them, but they did. Excellent. Right, well, we'll just see if we can take anyone out in this battle. We'll just speed it up, to be honest, because I think we're mostly doomed. Where are they coming in, by the way? I wish we had stone walls. They'd all just be dead under the stone walls at this point. Right, they're gone as well. That's good. We've at least done something. Okay, does Titus have stone walls? I think it does. The dogs has totally won the day. The dogs totally did everything in this battle to make it go wrong for us. It's upsetting, but it is just the way it is. We're getting ourselves shot down. Come on, run into us and die like clever horse archers. There are so many horse archers now. These guys are also getting themselves shot down, but they are on the plaza, so they'll hold for quite a while. I hope these guys did not hold. They lost plenty of men, which just means these guys now get flanked, unless these guys, as they pull themselves back together... Come on. Come on. That's enough of you. There we go. Dogs are... Yeah, dogs have done way, way too much, unfortunately. Yeah, get your pikes down. You can do something. And... I don't know. Could this have gone worse? I don't think really it could have gone any worse. I mean, these guys could have got caught out. I'm glad I put them far enough into the base just in case this happened. But of course, this is exactly what happened. Please let those guys charge in before these guys turn around. Mop us up. Don't mop up the other guys, not the... No! Oh, it all came from the wrong direction. Okay. We've been thoroughly defeated there. We only killed 161. Wow. Okay, well, we lost an excellent general for absolutely nothing because he fled instantly. Welcome to the Greek generals. And, okay. We'll have to plot how to deal with that because that was problematic to say the least. Okay. We can't even block the bridge, which is unfortunate. We don't have archers, which is unfortunate. We don't have stables to get any more of the units. We need to take them out. Okay, more javelins is helpful. So get more javelins. And you, my good sir, young lad, you can just... you run over there and just throw down another thing. Okay. That could have gone worse. Maybe. I feel like we need to redeem ourselves now, so perhaps we'll head into a different battle. Diplomatic information. Macedonian Greeks are... Yeah, their ceasefire. Scythian and the Scythian Empire are allies. Phalanx pikemen. We have a trader. We have a heroic... That was not heroic. It was a disgusting failure. But it is what it is. Okay. Okay, the Scipii are at least on their boat, which is nice of them. And... Yeah, the barbarian general does have problems attached to him. Okay. Probs for not reloading before the battle hit when you do that. No. Well, the thing is like every time you reload the game, you're going to get a slightly different set of seeds for the thing. So like normally, like when the stream ends, I normally play a few more turns because I'm just like, you know, I just want to kind of like fiddle around for another minute and kind of plot what I'm doing. And yes, that didn't happen that time. This time they attacked me. Oh well. Right, back to the wrong horse. Horse archer at some point. Oh, that's a brilliant pun. Thank you, sir. I feel depressed about it though. Okay, this says 5-1, which makes me think I should just auto-resolve, but it is what it is. We'll head on in anyway. Right, Light Lancers, we have ourselves at least a decent army here today, so we'll head on in and hopefully do a better job. Yeah, I know what you mean about sort of things like the reloading thing. There are all sorts of like weird little micro things you can do like that. I tend to try and avoid it. Obviously, sometimes if you just save it and reload, like see if you're attacking or not, was always, you know, going to be a bit 50-50 because the game will, because we saved it where we did last time, reloading it will potentially just end up with a different result to what was going to happen. But, you know, it's fine. The result has happened now. We've got a couple of walls we can smash down. And we have a fairly direct route to the plaza over here, but we do need to be wary of the towers. Now, what we don't have... Yeah, we had our mercenary tier list video, didn't we, recently? And I don't actually have any of the trash I'd like to go and take the walls, which is a problem we faced last time, actually. So, what's the best way of doing this? I mean, the mercenary hoplites at least have shields to get up on the walls, but we do, if nothing else, have the strength advantage here. So these guys can sap at the walls. I'm not sure who I want to do that necessarily because... Okay, what I do want is I want to get an angle in on them. So I'm going to send this guy in over here with some Cretians who can run on in and grab the wall. Actually, we do have some ladders, so maybe actually Cretians on a ladder would be a better idea. Yeah, we'll send these archers in on the ladders. Grab the ladders, lads. Okay, right. These guys are going to come on in. Yeah, maybe go and grab over here. We'll just run them straight on the wall, assuming this area is quiet. It might not be, but we have enough men here to get in the right position. There's only one mercenary horse archer in Rome. There's only one mercenary horse archer unit. We can go grab them in Chersonesos, so we can make use of them. But yeah, we have potential issues with our horse supply in this part of the world because Getae was where we got our horses from, which again was probably a bit of a short-sighted thing on my part, but oh well, it happens sometimes. Hoplites, can you sap, by the way? They can sap. I just wondered for a moment if they couldn't. All my cav can just get to the rear. Useless darn cav, Cretan archers. Get yourself in position. Potentially... Okay, we actually don't have any walls here because we're going to demolish those walls. So actually, let's go get another Falksman over here. Actually, this is perfect as a position to enter. There's no one here. So we'll go grab the other Cretans to go and do that job. Okay. Yes, if only I had a ram just to go and run and die at the gates. Unfortunately, that's what I wanted to happen to the Scythians, but they decided to attack before I built the stone walls, which is most unfortunate. Well, at least Chersonesos should have 3 turns now to go and get the walls dealt with. Last Falksman can... You know, I'm just going to keep this as an extra unit around about here to run on in when we get the opportunity, but I don't think we need to worry too much else. Okay, what do we have? We have ourselves no one on the wall right there. No one on the walls at all, actually. Interesting. They seem to have largely just given us a free go at the wall. In that case, if the archers aren't going to do it, we might as well run at the safest point, which is over here. So let's start with our safest position, and we'll go and do that, and we'll just see what they do. Now, if the peltasts aren't on the walls, we could sap. I might get us this sap going since this is an injured unit. And okay, yeah, you guys are going to sap as well. And these guys can at least get a second opening just to keep them distracted, because otherwise they might well go and cover that position. Fine. Engineers are beginning digging. Excellent. And over in this position, it's fairly safe for them. So I'm just going to get my Cretans right up, jigging against that wall into a safe position. So hopefully we can do this in a sensible manner. No one moving up to the walls right now. They're in a position where they can easily get to the walls. I mean, they've got archers in this army. I'm a bit concerned about their archers, but we seem to be doing okay with that right now. Okay, let's speed this up for a moment. We are at the walls. Excellent. Get those ladders up, Sonny and Jim. And with that, we should be in a good position to start taking over some of these walls. And we will, I guess, lose a few men doing it, but it's going to be worth it. This tower actually can't shoot us. So Falx is going to run straight over there. I'm just going to keep an eye on their units as we run. I left the timer on. No. Okay, I think we'll be fine for the timer. We're not in a doom rush here, to be fair. I think we'll be fine. So let's go and grab this stuff. Let's get the archers to run on up here as well. And we'll do this sensibly. Sensibly as we can. Considering, yes, the timer is on. And that could be potentially problematic. Right, we seem to have not lost anyone to the towers with the sappers as well so far, assuming the sap doesn't collapse. Could do, but it hasn't so far. They are strangely motionless, aren't they, as an army here today? Very intriguing. And the moment we have any of these under control, we can start to run up some of the others. In fact, I'm going to start getting this tower moving, actually. Just because we will hopefully start to get the towers on our side very soon. This tower is now on our side. So, as we start running on in, this is good because we're not getting shot inwardly. These are, yeah, Rome war towers don't shoot inwards. Or don't shoot sideways, sorry, unlike medieval. So, we'll just run these across and we'll grab the towers. As it turns out, they are not being as sensible as they could be. Perfect. Okay, Peltas could throw a few javelins in and cause us an issue. They are indeed going to cause us some here. Oh, not quite in time, lads. Timing's not quite right. We're supposed to take a little bit slower, but it's fine. We'll lose a man or two, potentially. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just keep on running. Did we get the men across the wall in time? Oh, we're blowing up the wall. We can't take it all. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that part of the plan. Excellent planning, Thomas. Apparently, I'm just really not in a good brain space today. To be honest, I'm really not. I'm in a bit of a stupid brain space, but it is what it is, and we'll keep on playing today in spite of my complete stupidity. So, in we go. And it's now too late to take the rest of the walls. Unfortunately, we'll just have to take the losses. Ah, dear. Okay, fine. Fine. We're taking unnecessary losses because I'm a complete numpty, but it's okay. We'll do what we can with these towers. Down goes the wall. And as it turns out, JO2T94R, I don't know if there's any more witty thing in there that I'm missing, but yes, unfortunately we have taken unnecessary losses because I am apparently not up to snuff today, but it's fine. We will probably just get someone to run on in momentarily because we do need to go and grab that gateway. To be fair, we can probably... Can we go run some cavalry in at the Peltas? I don't really trust cavalry anymore, to be honest. Let's just get these guys to run down, actually. You guys go get yourselves off of there. Cretians should be mostly getting themselves into position. They're taking their time, aren't they? But, yeah, it's okay. Let's go get a cavalry to come and support momentarily once we get these guys up on the wall. What about these ones? They're still just standing there. That's intriguing. Get these archers slowly moving, but I don't want them to do what these guys do and get there too early. Right. These guys are slowly getting themselves in position. I think the Peltas must have used up all of their ammo because they're not doing anything about us. So we'll just get our lads set up. Okay, we can now walk right. And we'll charge them on in. I think we'll be absolutely fine. You guys can slowly start walking towards the enemy. These guys are about to get up here. Nothing witty. Glad someone can say it, but it is a bit of a mouthful. Fair enough. Yep. Are you going to do anything, Falxmer, by the way? Oh, they've run into a wall. Apparently the AI really hates me today. Come on. Your thing's going to run out in a minute. Okay. Peltas are going to take on our Falxmer, which should be a massacre, quite frankly, but, you know, clearly the game is not in my favour today, and they are actually doing surprisingly large amount of damage. You guys run on in just to give us a bit of support. There we are. It's all fine and dandy, like lemon shandy, and someone upstairs is apparently playing bowling or something, I don't know, dropping heavy objects on the floor, because that is what upstairs neighbours do. Run these guys in over there. That will be absolutely grand. And at this point, if these guys want to get up on the walls as well, there we go. That's the gateway. And we'll get these archers to come and join. Alright, this is, as ever with a siege, just a bit of a faff, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And that'll be perfect. Right, Falconsmen have done their job. We've got some hoplites into position as well. Got some Cretan archers up there. They are over in this part of the world. Okay, they're reacting. Good, archers, good. Come and die, please. That would be perfect. Get these Folksmen to come run on into this direction, actually, because with the towers on our side, they're going to be in big, big trouble. Run and grab these for us. There we are. Run and grab the towers, and they'll just get shot down by their own lads. That'll be perfect for us, really. Get these Falconsmen to just run into these archers because I don't want them to shoot us down. But to be honest, at this point, who are you getting shot by the way? Oh, that... Yeah, alright, we probably got half a second of being shot by that tower, but that's fine. That unit was already damaged. And these guys are indeed probably going to get one shot in before we hit them with the charge. Are they? Oh no, they're shooting up at these guys instead, but they'll probably still do a fair bit of damage because we don't actually have any shields. So yeah, this is where, yes, as the mercenary tier guide was suggesting, this is where the fodder for the walls is quite useful because I quite like someone unuseful to die right now. You guys get yourselves down here as well. Wasn't there one more unit down here? There was indeed. And the Falconsmen now have that under control as well. They're going to get shot down a little bit, but it's mostly now just the general. And he's probably, yeah, he's wandering around. General, a bit of cav, and a phalanx spearman. Okay, there's a few more units than I remember there being, but all is fine. Go and get these Cretans up to the wall. They can run up with a ladder. That'll be quicker. These guys are down to 62, but they've done the job. Perfect. Okay. This is good. We're in the position we want to be. Don't know what the Cretans' range is, but up here, potentially, they might actually have some kind of shots towards that plaza if we're lucky. So we'll go and put them in position to do that. Might as well go and get our spearmen into position. Where's the best place for us to set up? This is definitely the best area to set up. So, yeah, bring in our hoplite laddies. You can slowly move yourself into that direction. In fact, we'll leave those ones. We will grab all of these, bring them in like this. Ladders are moving into position. Let those archers go and die to the tower. That's fine by me. And we'll bring our Falxes all over here into one big pile of doom. Okay. Right, I think this battle's going better than the last one. That is definitely true. Slowly get our men into position. Might just leave a few... Might just leave a militia cav over in this part of the world just to make sure that it's all blocked off from a random flanking manoeuvre. What use are wars? I mean, you know, they're useful. Yeah, they can shoot the phalanx pikemen. They're not in the position I asked them to be, but they're in a position, which is nice. These guys need to go run and take down on those archers because they're actually kind of getting themselves in a bit of a vulnerable position at this point. Don't want anything stupid to happen. Didn't grab that gateway actually, did I? So just be careful of that tower. Just get these guys down there. Thank you very much, sir. They're now running away. But they are getting themselves shot, and as long as they're not in position to shoot us, I don't really mind. AI is doing some weird things today. Not really sure what it's trying to achieve, but in general, I guess we're in a fairly decent position here. Okay, Archers of Crete, get yourself up into the place we need you. There's Falxes there, and we might as well get the cavalry moving now. These guys, for some reason, are all on loose. Get them into some kind of place which is useful for us. These guys are indeed now getting themselves shot. Just go and kill them, please. Take them out. Everyone else seems like they're in a fairly sensible position. These archers are they actually attracting attention? No, they've just repelled them back. Fine. Men of Crete, get yourself into the position I actually asked you to be in. That's them. And that's these guys. Fine. We need you in position as well. These guys are now getting into them, but they're getting shot. It's not really worth it, lads. Just get yourself back into this part of the world. We'll actually get the Cretans over here. They'll do a better job of shooting them down, so get over there. I'm going to start speeding this up so that we can, yeah, get ourselves set here. And those archers are just going to be numpties, I think. Yeah, they're pretty much just numpties. Just run into them. Perfect. Okay. Good. Right, we have ourselves at least here a good position to get ourselves set up. These guys can, if nothing else, make sure they can't approach that direction. So that's not the worst thing. Might as well just move these guys around the corner here. Let's just get these guys to block up this spot in case they ever do come this way. That's kind of the point of all of this. Perfect. You guys just stand like that. And we'll bring the rest into, yeah, position for all of this nonsense. Okay. Pikemen! Hopefully we can do something useful here today. Hoplites. Get yourself over here. Nice and thick formation, please. And the last one. Get yourself in like that. Lovely. Okay, everyone's on phalanx mode. Good to see. Men of Crete, you can get yourselves on the ground in case we need to get you moving in. And everyone else, let's just send some militia cavalry forward and hopefully they can be not complete fools, but who knows? We had 3 weeks of lucky use of the guys, so we'll see if it all goes wrong or not. Come on, keep moving forward. Get yourselves just a little bit further forward. They'll react once we touch the plaza, I would suspect. There we go, we're on the plaza now. Come and kill us. Come on. No. Oh god, this is all going to go stupidly wrong again. But we can see what we can do here. We might just bring the archers forward, actually. It's a narrow street. We can... Oh! Get yourselves out of there! Get yourselves out of there! Anytime. Yeah, they are responding. Get yourselves out. Run, 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 run. Quicker than that. Run quicker that way, please. Okay, a couple of them, maybe just one of them got caught. But it will do the job, hopefully. So, yeah, I think we'll just bring up the position, actually. Let's not do the... if we don't need to use the javelins, we won't use the javelins. We'll use the Cretians. Right, Cretians, make sure you are shooting them down. Cretians up here as well. You are also... fine, we'll do it the slow way, General. We'll do it the slow way. Ridiculous. Can't do anything, can we? Bring these guys forward. Bring these guys. They have some experience. Just keep them like that. That will be marvellous. Now, these phalanx pikemen are out of the capital Tylis, so they should be actually quite good in terms of their morale. So that is a bonus for us. Let's bring these Cretians forward. Cretians into this kind of a position, please. Get them off of that. Let's go bring the third lad in behind. Bring the general in just for any morale boost we can possibly conjure up, because I don't trust anyone anymore. These guys are up on the walls. They'll be really late to the party, but we'll get them running on in as well. Okay. Oh dear. Even this kind of affair is going to take us ages to set up, isn't it? But we might as well do this nice and steadily. So we are now 1 territory down, which isn't particularly helpful for us finishing here today. But we'll give it our best shot. We'll see if we can at least take a few more territories. So phalanx is not quite phalanx in a proper phalanx right now. Get a little bit more narrow than that, chaps. A little bit more narrow. Narrow is good with phalanxes. Narrow is good. That means less men die in the charge when inevitably they kill us in a moment. These guys are getting themselves into position. Lovely. Other guys like that. Okay. Apologies have been asked before, but did you have to do anything to make the original game work well on PC? Do you play from the disc or the Steam version? I'm playing on the Steam version these days. I've always played the Steam version on the channel, but I know a lot of people have issues with it, which is... I don't really play the remaster, but a big reason for people to play the remaster is that it actually runs. Because a lot of people do have issues with the original game working these days. I don't have any special thing I did to make it work. What I will say is I changed my monitor recently, upgraded but that has caused quite a few issues. I've really had to play around with settings to find the one way that's kind of acceptable. I don't think Rome looks as good as it used to for me, to be honest, which is kind of a strange thing, but I actually am fine. Oh, the bodyguard's now going to get pulled in that way. But yeah, I find the game doesn't actually run as well, or doesn't look as good. I can't use the high settings as much as I used to. Although Medieval 2 looks better with the new monitors. So, you know, positives and negatives. They are not getting pulled into this, are they? They do not want to play this game. The game's really angry at me today. Come on, Cav. Come and die like sensible cavalry. They're just sort of trying to get themselves into positions where they can't get shot. Please come and die like sensible, stupid AI, like I expect you to. We are potentially going to run out of time if they actually don't get pulled into this, but the archers will at least do some damage in the meantime. Okay, good. They can run on in, get themselves killed. Actually, no, these aren't the guys in the capital, are they? I misspoke earlier. These are the guys, obviously, not from the capital, so they don't have the bonus morale, but they have the bonus experience, which, you know, isn't too dissimilar in some ways, just in how it will end up working. Now, these guys aren't on phalanx, so in case they do come this way, make sure they are on phalanx. These guys are now out of range. Shoot the phalanx spearmen instead, laddies, and we'll just see what we can do. But this is getting slightly annoying. Just need to be careful with the timer, really. 16 minutes. Yeah, there's nothing specific I've done to make this work. I think I just kind of got luckier than lots of people get in terms of like the game running. But that is, you know, as I say, I don't really play the remaster in general, but that is one thing that's what a remaster should do. It should let you play older games that maybe, you know, don't run so well for people anymore, and allow, you know, make sure everyone can play on them. So I would say, yeah, if you continuously can't get it to work, then Rome Remastered, that is a good place for Rome Remastered. But ideally you can try and get it to work, but I know that is a problem for a lot of people. I don't really know tech support to be able to help with that. I do modding stuff, but I don't really I don't know what I'm doing in terms of like computers, really. You know, in terms of modding, I fiddle around with the files, but tech support, sorry, I cannot help you with that, Jibbe. But we can help this general by shooting him down to his death. So keep a close eye on the... Okay, I think we've got him now. I think we finally got him. Oh dear. Right. General's finally going to die, with any luck. 15 of us watching. Lovely. 15 of us here to watch a different general die this time. If you are late joining, we had an absolute debacle with the Scythians. We have lost Getae. Very unusual for me to lose a city, by the way. I think very, very rare in my campaigns to see that happen. We always knew that was a bit of a dodgy situation with Scythia, but it wasn't absolute massacre of our troops. You guys can just shoot down him. You can shoot down him. He's now shot down. Actually, we'll shoot down him. Fine, we'll just shoot them and we'll hopefully be fine. We've got 13 minutes to kill them all, so I'm sure we're probably going to be able to do that. A lot of the guys over there on that wall are actually used up their ammo because they're actually in a much better position. It is lovely. Okay, so horses are done. These guys are now just getting themselves finished off. Yeah, pretty much forced to play the remaster, inferior UI and all. Yeah, it's the UI that bugs me about it. To be honest, as remasters go, yeah, we're done. As remasters go, it does the basic job of making a game which, you know, updated graphics, update in terms of letting you play as factions, although not Rome and Rebels, obviously. And it does a lot of those things in terms of, you know, making some small quality of life improvements. Unfortunately, by fiddling with the UI too much, I feel like actually they create quite a lot of UI issues that didn't need to exist, or things that kind of slightly irk me. But there's nothing really wrong with the remaster. I just prefer the original, and I like the original graphics. Personally, I'm quite happy with them. There's a bit of unit balancing that I'm not so big on the remaster as well. That, you know, things like the hoplites feeling worse. Like I get they're trying to balance them, but if you're remastering the game, just make sure it runs properly, it looks good, and don't fiddle too much. You know, I feel like fiddling with the UI was potentially the issue. But okay, what do we need? We need more troops, is what we need. We need to get 3 of you moving up to Athens. We need another one here immediately. We're going to send one of you here. and just try and balance that out a little bit. I don't want the Romans invading, but we've got to be a little bit careful about all of this. Let's keep a close eye on the Romans and the Greek situation. Hopefully they're battering each other. There are more Greek forces over here. Even with a recent laptop, game tends to crash after 30 minutes. Yeah, you'd probably be better off with an old laptop, to be honest, in terms of playing Rome Total War. It tends to get worse with every new device I get, which is kind of ridiculous, but it is just the situation that we're in. Is Thessalonica still plagued? No, but it hasn't got the greatest set of troops in it, so that's fine. These guys out in the field are looking a bit rubbish, to be honest. I'm going to merge those guys up. We can't actually retrain the Falksmen here. Interesting. Well, in that case, we'll send these guys back to Athens for retraining. These are the ones we just sent. And maybe we'll send... we can't. They can't reach in time. So we'll leave that for now. Get the port. We just keep building up the money. Roads, you can build yourself a wall, seeing as clearly we need walls in this world. Port over there. Tylis is getting itself more ports and things, and some more men. I'm really irritated about losing Getai, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. We need to build the wall and then build the stable. Play old CD-ROM. Yeah, there's a fair chance the CD would work better on the modern computers, but there we are. I'll come back to the comment section in a minute. Let's just make sure we are plodding around the map here and everything's sorted out. Cadonia. I don't think there's much of worth to getting Cadonia right now. Is it still Numidian? It's still Numidian. Could go for that, although we have got a bit of a setback, obviously, up north. Now, the problem with the northern situation isn't just that... Yeah, isn't just the fact that now we don't have this army to go and attack them because we need to worry about our darn Scythian friends, or so-called friends. I can't believe they made me they made me break up with Dacia and then stab me in the back anyway. Very rude. Okay, most places are now building. Athens needs to be building as well. Athens, we're getting the archery range here. Can we get cav in any of these cities? We can't. Can we get them here? We can get the cav here. So I'm going to get one more cav out of there. Oh, we can get archers. That's very nice. I'll tell you what I'll do. Step out for a minute. What can we hire? I am actually going to hire up a couple of these. I'm going to get the 2 javelins because I enjoyed those on the mercenary guide video quite a lot. Remind me just how good they are and probably quite useful for our armies. Yes, Cretan archers. We're just going to hire up all of this stuff because we can, and we're going to get them moving. Now, Cretans heading up north to the Scythian stuff would be very helpful for us. I don't actually want this general to come, but I want him to at least escort these men. So we will send him over there as an escort. Corinth needs to continually be training, as are you, and now we can get ourselves... We need the road. Do you want the road? Nah, I don't know. Yes, we'll get a road. Fine, we'll spend our money. Okay. Fine. Titus at least has these walls. We can get the archery range soon. We probably lost a decent chunk of our money here, which is irritating, but it is what it is. Let's end our turn. Macedonia are just spying on their own old city. That's not surprising. Back to the comments. Let me have a little look at the live chat because I could see a load of messages there in the background. Yes, the CD's not working because it's too old. I mean, I do remember it being 3 CDs and it taking a fair while. But yes, just some troubleshooting. Thank you very much for the troubleshooting in the comments. Very, very helpful. It is nice to play these. Macedonia and Betrayal are at peace. That would be a problem if I wasn't thinking we'd already basically destroyed them. And end of term report. Let's not worry too much about all of that. Okay, their army's moving up north already, so I think we're just going to immediately get moving, actually. So, I'm actually going to leave these rebels for the time being. Do we want... Let's just arrange this force properly here, actually. So we want to get you guys together. Can we get any of these to come and join the forces? They can make it most of the way, but actually in some ways the general... Okay, we will get these guys to come up and join. So you come up and join as well. That slightly annoys me, so I'm going to bring him back into the army second time. We'll bring in all of our Falksmen. Beautiful Cretan archers. We'll grab the new ones as well. You can move in that direction. We'll get our two Peltas into this force. And then we'll get these guys. Okay, and then one more of these Javelin Cav, because they are useful, to be honest. You, sir, go to Athens for the time being, because it's probably the best middle ground for you to be in. Can we do anything with these to get them into Larissa? Not quite into Larissa, but that's the problem with the road situation. Okay, over here, we'll just get ourselves some archers to make sure we are as best guarded possible. This city, I think, by the looks of that, has archery upgrade. Does it, Artemis? Missile weapons +2. So like Corinth, well worth keeping an eye out for these two Macedonian temples. Hi man, can you speak in Russian? Privyet and Garushka is my cup of tea. I know a few tiny bits of Russian from lots of Russian and Ukrainian children in my class last year. But mostly I just recognise when they're talking about... for some reason when they're talking about vegetables, I can pick up on that. But yes, I know tiny bits of Russian. Kaktala, is that how are you? Something like that. But yes, we are basically a Thracian / English speaking stream here, so we largely will keep it English in the chat, as I don't have moderators for Russian at the time. But no, I know a few words, because where I live there is quite a significant Russian population around here. But I am not particularly fluent myself, no. Ports. We have the wall in Chersonesos, thank Jeebus. Now what I probably could do with over here, yeah, is get the stables. That's the most important thing. That's the thing that's going to repel them. It's lots of those horses. We didn't have enough of that. My grand plan for today, by the way, which has never happened because of Scythia, was basically, assuming Scythia were chill, we'd get the wall up and then we'd be fine, because it would have been fine if the wall was up. My main plan was basically get this army down here. We could go and smash Thessalonica, maybe go for Cyrene and Halicarnassus, and that would get us near to 15. But yeah, that's going to be slowed down a little bit. But I think we're doing okay. Our money is coming in nicely now. That bucket of money from Thessalonica has certainly helped. I wonder if they're still plagued. It says it's plagued, and I'm going to assume that my spy is up to date. You need to get yourself another spy. And on that note, the boat needs to come back home, which is perfect. So that little ship, yeah, that shipping of spies is very nice, isn't it? Sardis managed to hold out against the Pontics, which is good, because this has been a stalemate over here. That keeps us in a good place, because that can be awkward over there if they start getting too fighty. Right. Brutii. They won't like it if they notice my spy, to be honest, but we need to have some idea what's going on. We'll go into the Greek territory, because they already dislike us, seeing as we're at war. I wouldn't mind getting peace with them if possible, actually, because I don't really want to be facing them at this point. Love your vids, man. Ship Lord 3000. Lovely. Love your vids, man. Any barbarian invasion campaigns planned? I tried Romano-British on my master and got slaughtered. I would like to see an expert try it. I'm sure Melkor did a Romano-British campaign at one point. I've not tried it myself, although I did have a guide video to do it on the original game, although obviously not so necessary now with the remaster, but if you want to do it on the original, there is a guide. I'd like to do that campaign one day. I think it's quite an interesting one. Certainly more Barbarian Invasion in the future. I love Barbarian Invasion. Those campaigns are always particularly mad. It's a great mix of interesting ideas they were trying in that game. So I must say I do enjoy it. I think that the next plan, I mean, obviously we've just reached the end of gunpowder only with Spain on Medieval 2. I'm actually planning on doing a few I'll explain what the general schedule is later. There's going to be a few weeks of some of those historical AI only and general view battles for the rest of the month. But in January, I plan to do a bit of Empire Total War, is my general plan. Because we haven't touched it before. And the gunpowder stuff has kind of got me feeling that I want to go and do a little bit more of that stuff. So we're going to go and get playing on Empire. I don't know if it'll be a long campaign or it'll just be like a bit of a taste. Not sure, but yeah, Barbarian Invasion after that for sure. Because we've obviously done Medieval 2, we're doing a bit of Rome here. We need to get back to Barbarian Invasion. I do enjoy that. Romano British is a good shout. I haven't done that one yet. So it might well be what we decide to do in the end. I think we're okay to end term. Alliance and map information. Yes, please. Be my friend again. Yay, we have another friend. I'm sorry, Dacia. I was scared like you. I hope you understand. I thought I was stronger than I was. I've learnt my lesson, honestly. Probably. Okay, we're now heading over to Thessalonica, and that is perfect to face them outside the city, although it is probably too many men. Although they are plagued still, so plague is good. Did they lose their general to the plague? They did, you know. They lost their general to the plague, and that gives me an idea. Does that mean they only have one general left over in this town? It might mean that, you know. By Lazura. Faction leader, and he's plagued as well. There's a fair chance that me spreading plague there might kill off the faction. Now, I don't know how much the game would decide not to kill off the last general with plague, but I'd like to think it would. Okay, I'm going to get you to ignore the Brutii and come back over here. As long as I know vaguely what's going on here, that's fine by me. This army looks pretty solid going forward. You get into there. Probably need you in Larissa, to be honest, mate. But I wouldn't mind a little bit more of an escort in the meantime. So we'll send them there first. We'll get pump, lots and lots of men out of here. Not going to be grown anytime soon, Sparta. But I'm happy enough with all of this. Should we get anything else out of here? We'll get ourselves a blacksmith because we are going to continue getting lots of troops out of there. Archery range is 1 turn from completing there, so that's fine. We'll send some Falksmen down south. The problem with when a British on remaster, the game keeps spawning units you don't want, so it makes economy upkeep a nightmare. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't actually played it on that. I actually haven't really played the Barbarian Invasion bit of remaster because I've only really played the base game remaster. As I say, I generally just stick to the original, personally. Yeah, didn't know that issue. Obviously, the problem when you set it up the way I did, which is that we are... you kind of set them up. You're not spawning in like you do on the remaster. It sets it up on that, doesn't it? Whereby whenever they spawn in, that's when you get to exist. So the problem with the way I do it is that you're kind of artificially doing it, and I guess you can overstrength it. What I try and do is just use the spawning army from the files, and that way at least it seems fair. But any advice for them? I guess you just need to lock down Britain, don't you? You just need to take out the Celts ASAP. I think they should be fine, like in the general Briton way. You know, the campaign there, you can at least always kind of rely on the island once you've kind of got it under control. What's next after Greece? Italy or Asia Minor? The thing is, Rome are going to come eventually. I think you have to take them on once you've got this locked down. I mean, maybe I'd be tempted, if there was hegemony over here and it was one faction you declared war on, I'd be tempted to swing through this. I don't, because it is just great for economy. I would definitely get Halicarnassus before going to Rome, but I think by the time I've taken this out, Rome are attacking me. I don't think I'm getting much choice with Rome, but I would go for Rome next because you've got to deal with Rome. Add money to help. Well, the money is largely fine, except for money is largely fine, except for the fact that obviously I'm got myself into this extra war over here with the Scythians. I don't think they're going to come for Titus. I don't think they're interested. And to be honest, I'm not interested in pushing back for it right now. If I can actually afford to send this army down toward Bylazora. That's actually what I'm going to do. I want to establish that this is safe, but I'm tempted just to send some people in this direction. We could, if nothing else, get it under siege. I'm just not, with the Scythia attack, I'm just not quite comfortable with it, unfortunately. I'm actually going to get rid of this because I'd rather get the highways in Byzantium. We need, with that money being slightly ruined for us, we just need to keep on with the money. Okay, should we miss something else? Who was that? See if you want a ceasefire. Sure, we'll come back for our territory later, you backstabbing bastards. Map information update. I mean, I just offered that, but fine. I'll accept your threats. Okay, yeah, they normally stay above the Danube. I'm going to take that as a very stupid time to immediately send my army away, but I'm going to immediately send my army away, or at least some of it. By some of it, I mean most of it, in this direction. Now, how much does that leave me there? Some. A bit of money is ticking over. Is this a different region here in terms of the mercs? I can't recall if it is. I think that is slightly different. Yeah, so we might, before we cross this border, just want to think about those guys. Right, over here. Hello, Factionaire. You're not plagued, are you? No, but you could be dead very soon. Ah, their faction nearly got over the plague. Boo! Okay. This guy is not going to fight. Oh, that's going to bring us into Brutii territory, and that's going to annoy them. I don't actually want to annoy them, so we might do that. They are... Oh, they're pulling generals out of their arse now. Okay, do I want to take on both forces together? It would help, but I probably... Actually, you know what? That reinforcement force is pretty flimsy. If I can deal with they did ballista though. Interesting. Now, if I took these guys on, light lancers, they'd have the cav advantage and they'd have the range. I'd have a medium range advantage. They'd have the long range advantage. Okay, interesting. So, Thrace and Scythia, yeah, that's us. Armenia solicited ceasefire as well. Fine. We're going to bring the general forward with these experienced chappies. Okay, lovely stuff. Bring you towards Thessalonica as well. I might just actually just delay a turn. We'll just pin them in the Brutii territory for a moment. That will annoy the Brutii, or leave them annoying the Brutii. And we'll just see where they want to go, because they might just decide to naff off in a stupid direction. Then we can swing in and take their territory. Right, do we need immediate troops in these territories? We do here in Timelapses because we just used them all up. Over here in Byzantium, I think we're chill for the time being. Don't think Pontus are attacking, but they probably will in a minute as well. We do have a stone wall here. It's not that well defended, but it will have to do. You know what? Our money is not good enough for that. I'd like to do that, but I can't. Get archers over here. You've got 2 of those lined up, which is more than I need to be spending, but we'll just continue in that regard for now. Okay. We'll leave him standing there. You, my good sir, then we're going to hire up. Ooh, do we want... See, I'd quite like some javelins. Were there javelins over the border? I don't remember. There were not. Okay, we're going to get these guys. And I don't think we need the rest, because we've got the Falksmen already, to be honest. I'm just going to hire up whatever we can, because mercs are as good as our men, to be honest. It's no longer plagued, but we'll give it a turn before it probably starts doing it again. We don't want to push in there, but we can put it under siege, and they won't be able to counter us with the siege underway. Okay, back to the comments for a minute, because saying with the Romano-British economy and upkeep, I imagine that would be awful considering the amount of troops you have and lack of territory. Yeah, I guess you just got to very quickly go and take the other settlements with what you've got. Add money will help you, yes it would, but I mean, we're okay with money. We're just spending our money. There's very few things where we've been desperate for money and not being able to spend it. I will actually turn up the tax rate here actually. Just check on my tax rates because I could probably turn it up in a few places. And to be honest, I might as well. A little bit concerned at the lack of men down here with regards to Romans landing, but we'll just see. If we have to fall back, then that's what we'll be doing, I guess. We will try and get some map information of these lads. And they cannot match it, which means we've pretty much seen it all anyway. Normally that's what that means. Okay, pushing towards Asia Minor for the money. Well, the plan was the extra money I would have by keeping Getae would have given me money to build an army and roads for that purpose. I'd still like to do that, so I will get one more troop in there because they're quite cheap upkeep. We do have this second force here of reinforcements. Did we just walk there this turn? We did. So next turn we'll start sending them in that direction again. Start moving on in. Your leader will die in a few turns, my faction leader. Yeah, the one heading towards their capital. I am aware of that. Or towards Bylazora. Yeah, he's 58, so he's not 60 yet. So I'd be unlucky if he dies before we take that. We are the strongest faction, which seems hilarious. Talis has a spy in it. Let's make sure it has enough men in it then. Stables in Chersonesos, good. Get one more, but I don't need a huge amount in there. I just need time. I'm not going to build the roads here because whilst it is trade, that would just cause more chaos. Did you somehow manage to go all the way around in that turn? Yes, or they were repelled. Has war happened there? Scythian Macedonia allied. That is a natural and obvious alliance. Lots and lots of units. Anton Byzantium has expanded. I don't have the money for that. You plebs, be quiet and accept the crowded streets for the time being. Okay. This is much better because now we can pull in the second army without putting all three together. Ideal. And then we can move this guy up north and take them on. We'll deal with those rebels now, probably. That might make a little bit of sense. So you move into Corinth, that will be grand. You move into Sparta, that will be lovely. So we are a bit short of money, as we say. Halicarnassus I'd like to go and do something about, but again, it's just sparing the right men. We potentially can spare some men down south soon, but yeah, full stack Brutii, and they should be sending it here, but they're not right now, which is annoying. But it is what it is. So send these guys around. Any javelin men? No javelins. Into the town. Siege it. I'm going to get rams, but we're not really planning on heading in because that's going to be painful. So maybe push towards Asia Minor and Antioch for the money. I mean, I definitely agree that's a very good way to go. I mean, it is one that I didn't really cover on the guide other than as a role play. But plenty of money over this way. This is a great part of the world. But I just think you're so close to the Romans here is that you're going to get pulled into that war eventually. If you can keep peace over and, take these three settlements and then move that way, be peaceful with Macedonia, great. I think that's quite a fun alternative version. I just think normally with Rome Total War, the Romans are so central. I think you're going to struggle taking them out post-Marion. I think you are ideally best heading in at this point of the game. But I do like it that way. Did you ever try out the vegetation mod? Bring back map graphics up to level of Medieval 2 Total War. It makes sense that's possible since it's the same engine and all of that. We'll get into the battle here, by the way. Factionaire, testy, rather lazy. He sounds kind of not that great. And the other guy in the rear. Now, this is also advantageous because their ballista are reinforcements and they will probably get left behind, or it will give us a good time to get set up where we want in the battle. So this is working well. Yeah, they're pretty basic because they've just all been pulled out of the AI's arse last minute here, haven't they? Because, of course, yeah, they were struggling for generals. So, okay, we will just save it on up. And someone said earlier, didn't they, about reloading at this point. Shall we reload? Having just done that, let's reload. I don't know that that really does anything, but there's always sorts of weird things that happen when you reload. So let's head on into this battle then. Swing on in. Vegetation mod. I really don't go on the mods very often, to be honest, because largely I am playing my own mods and edits. So I actually very rarely do. I do look at some of the mods sometimes on other channels, or if my brothers are playing them and I have a look. But yeah, not too much myself. I don't really know it, but that does sound interesting. All mercenaries bleed in the coffers. Yes, the mercenaries are bleeding the coffers badly. I'm just trying to push over the line with regards to the Macedonians, and then we can try and potentially be sensible. Okay, this first army, I forgot to remember what there actually was in it. We're going to put 3 of you over on one side and 2 on the other. I just mind reloading after losing battles. Saves coming. Ah, okay, fine. It definitely does do something to what the AI is going to do, but I don't think it matters for this field battle. It probably does matter for that siege battle earlier. Oh yeah, we have some lovely skirmishes for this. I really, you know what, making that mercenary tier list video, which, by the way, normally those Friday videos are like 1,000 over, you know, on the first day or two. That one was like 8,000. About as viral as anything goes on this channel. I think that's at 30,000 after 9 or 10 days, which is quite lovely. So I can't argue with that. That's it's been a good week or two for the channel, must be said. Looking very good on the numbers front. Start the battle. We're just swinging slightly across because we're just on a slight hill there. There's some reinforcements over that way. Okay. What do we want to do? We want to obviously just turn around to these guys then. Fine. They are running into position. And we'll just get ourselves moving over there. So, shifty. Okay, yeah, we should probably get moving towards them now I think about it, because there are quite a lot of reinforcements coming in. I probably need to get myself into them early doors. So, let's just slow this down a minute. I'm going to get my cav. Whoa. Do I want to charge these guys? No, I really need to stay in formation actually. So this rock might just be a good thing to keep us. I wish I was actually a little bit closer at the start to these guys. Okay, I'm going to get my phalanxes out of phalanx. I'm actually going to start... Oh, are they retreating? Or are they just moving? Because I'm slightly... they're just running away. Madness! Oh, this is going to be a really fun battle as well. Yeah, utter fools. Right, cavalry, at least charge down these few hoplites. They can't all get in the city though, so we can still do plenty of damage to them outside the city. So, yeah, get all of my cav to do this. For some reason the ballista haven't got the memo. It's fine. Sending the general to deal with... Sending the generals to them and sending the militia cav to run into this direction. Right, well that's... anticlimax. This day is full of so many just... This is not going to plan today. Oh well, it's fine. We can at least take these guys out. Poltas are going to get javelins, bit of phalanx pikemen. Hola, buenas noches, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, all is good here. All is good. We got completely murdered by the Scythians at Campus Getae because we're numpties. Got caught out by horrendous morale. But aside from that, sir, all is good. You stay back and javelin these guys. We probably want to make sure the general doesn't get himself killed, actually, because we lost a pretty good general up north, which is a bit of a shame. So you throw in some javelins, you do all of that nonsense. General's going to get caught by phalanxes. Yeah, he's just in a stupid position right now. Yeah, victory and glory. Good. All javelins. Cease, and let's at least kill a few units here today. Right, well they should at least be stuck out. That's the only Spanish I know. Well, I know a little bit more, but I can't say it's that I know a huge amount more considering I live here, but it's fine. I live in that kind of bit of Spain where you start a conversation in Spanish and they respond in English, and then you respond in Spanish and they respond in English until one of you fails to be able to communicate in the foreign language anymore because both of you are trying to practice your second language. All what happens is that I pronounce my Spanish so well at the start, which is almost never happens. Assuming I do and I don't sound like a giddy instantly, a giddy being a, you know, foreigner, Northern European basically. If I don't immediately come across as a gilly, then they respond so quickly in Andalus that I have no idea what's being said. Very noticeable that when I went up to Santander in the summer, I understood a lot of Spanish. It was fascinating how decent my Spanish felt to me when I was up there for a bit. But back down here in Andalusia, I have no idea what they're saying. No idea what they're saying at all. So yes, there we are. Should we put this under siege, or should we just knock out these guys? Now the plagued guys are not great. I think we've got this, even if we have to take them both on at the same time, but it could be painful. So I know it is plagued, by the way, but we're just doing this to pull them in. If nothing else, I don't really want them swinging up north to this army, because that could be more problematic. So we shall see. Larissa needs to be well defended, because it's really the one on the front line. So we'll just send one more of them along the road. The road from Athens is at least helping us get our troops there in time now. We are, though, short on money, so we need one of these to get over the line soon. So, not too bad. Tylis. I think we're okay. We are sending these Falksmen in as well. We've got watchtowers. You can see if they're coming. Same over here. We've got a few turns head start on them. We've got walls in both these cities. And I would get archers if I could really afford it, but we can't really do that, so let's not worry about it. I will, though, get some troops in Larissa. Another unit of archers is not the worst idea. It's the dialect from every region, I guess. Yeah, just Andalusia is just its own special thing. It's a lot clearer up in the north. But there we are. Around here is very international, though, so obviously the problem with people speaking back to me in English when I'm trying to practice Spanish. The other side of that is obviously in general you can get by in English anyway, so yeah, swings and roundabouts, but it is what it is. Most people under 30 speak English, and then everyone else no, I almost clicked on that then for a minute. Most people under 30 speak English, but I would say, depends where you are, like how clear the accents are already, but Andalusia is quite notorious, it should be said. So, right, 4 turns till surrender, which is very short, but because of the plague, I guess that's the case. Now, okay, they're still plagued. And 6 turns here, 4 turns here. Very nice. And we are still gaining money each term, it's just not as much as I'd like it. But Tom's Antium really needs the upgrade. So that's where I'm going to start. We have 1702 monies. That's my lucky number. So hopefully we'll be fine. Halicarnassus could be an interesting one. But I feel like, how am I going to pull that one off? I feel like I need to bring in some proper units for that. So I'm going to try and do Halicarnassus. But I just need to make sure we've got our other units in position first. So General, maybe actually General do head back in this direction with just a few more of these lads. So we're going to go and grab ourselves a force over here and deal with that. Now, spy. You can open up the gates, so we'll grab another spy from that part of the world. We'll get a bit of practice on the spy. We already knew information, but that is no trouble. End of term report. We are lacking money, but it's okay. Right, diplomat. You can probably just head back to Rome, because at least it's very central. We can jump between the Roman factions quickly over there. But other than that, we're a bit lacking on the diplomat front, aren't we? Not got a lot of them around. We got this one around here. Should we get some peace with the Greeks? Let's see if they're willing to accept. I'm going to make them pay because I have no money, so they might as well pay for it. See if they're willing to go for it. No, they don't want it, but that's fine. Pergamum could be great to get, but I just don't want to get in a war with the Pontics unnecessarily. And hopefully Rome will just stay chill for the time being. Now, Cyrene's another something we could get. Not as rich. It's still Numidian. Numidia's not the worst thing because this is Numidia as well. I don't want to be on border with Egypt. And as long as Numidia still have Siwa, then it wouldn't be the worst thing taking Cyrene. But, yeah, won't worry about it for the time being. Keep an eye on the Romans. They're still not pushing into the Greeks, which is a little bit frustrating. I'm going to end turn. 6 rams. Now, if we were to do this, that would be an absolute bloody nightmare of a siege assault. Over here, we could actually potentially push in. We'll see about that. We'll see what the AI decide to do in the meantime. It's just in this. Oh, okay. There's a force over here. That general's been standing there for a long time, but he didn't used to have an army there. So, we'll keep an eye. But I think it's okay. Just in Essos, can I get any economy? Yes, but I don't have the money to afford the economy. Excellent. Okay, they are going to attack me. That makes much more sense. When I was in Germany years ago, I used to talk in English and they respond in German, and somehow it worked. Yeah, that kind of thing can happen, you know. Normally it's like a game of chicken, except, you know, it's just whoever fails in the foreign language first. It's fine. So you both speak the other language, then you still understand the conversation. It's just an awkward conversation where both sides are, you know, stretching their levels of communication. Right, this army is not that great. They do have longer pikes. We'll just have to be wary of that. They have a lot of light lances, and these guys can be demonic. So we need to be careful with them. So we need to make sure we kind of hold ground and skirmish as much as possible. Luckily we dealt with the ballista. So we will once again save on up. Save 4, save number 5. Let's head on in. Wait for them to starve. Yeah, that was originally the plan. Whilst we're dealing with Thessalonica, we'll just let them starve it out. So, into battle we go! Now, they have reinforcements coming in. We've actually annoyingly... there is a bit of a hill over here. But that's near the reinforcements, and I don't want to be near the reinforcements. I want to try and take on the main force first. Now, they do have a bit of a dip in the middle there. So actually, we're probably best being at the front of this position. We don't be too thin because they don't have a lot of infantry, but we're going to have to be fairly careful about their cavalry. So we'll get these guys in here. Yeah, we'll get 3 over this side. Lovely. And we'll grab the other 2 over this side. Tum 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 tum. See ya. Tally ho, Maximo 23. Catch you next time. And javelin lads, get into javelin positions. Perfect. Don't skirmish, please. Now we don't have enough of these guys to do proper bit of charge at their cav, but we have enough to hold our flanks if that's what we need to do. What else do we have over here? Oh yeah, the Cretians. They're quite important on us. We'll get the Cretians back here for now. Just get all our cav in a line. We'll just keep it nice and simple for the time being and see what the situation is. They've got a very long line, but it's mostly cav. So we'll just, yeah, we'll prop ourselves into this position. That will do. I might make this wider in a moment, but I don't want to be too wide because I want to keep myself fairly tight here. We've got the more solid infantry line, but we've also got some brutal archers. Dum 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 dum. Right, archers going to do some good work. They've got some archers who are going to come on in. I'm going to get these guys out to the flank to potentially do some skirmishing. Get the general over here. Their archers are shooting, as are also shooting. For the time being, guys. Those archers. There's not a lot of archers there actually. They are immediately just swinging out at us, aren't they? Okay, we're going to shoot down some of these cav, actually. I'm not so worried about the... Get a few shots on the general, actually. Just going to start... Their line is interesting to me. Just get these Thracians out. I'd rather use them in a slightly more offensive manner, but if I have to rip into horses, I will. But we'll just have to see about all of this. Right, over here, Peltas. We could just... These guys can do some skirmishing, potentially. They're being very aggressive. I wasn't expecting them to be so aggressive. Normally they quite like getting themselves set up. Right. These guys could do some excellent work. They are... They're really just swinging on one side, which is interesting. Very interesting little tactic here. I'm just going to try and keep this solid, actually, for the time being. And let's just get these guys into loose. The cav I need to keep a really close eye on. And as long as we're in archer situation, I'm kind of happy. What I probably want is archer's a bit tight to shoot down them now. Let's just try and shoot some of these light lances down because they can cause me issues. They've been shot quite a lot. We're actually in quite a good position on that flank. Javelins should be, yeah, slaughtering those guys. Their cav on that flank aren't happy with what's going on. These guys can go to loose as well. Get on to, you know what? Yeah, they just shoot them down, and actually these guys just need to run on him. Just start running on him. The war cry's been activated. These guys can skirmish if at all possible. These guys are potentially running in. We're just going to try and make sure there's no charge involved. Make sure there's no charge involved. Get this general out here just to protect the archers. Make sure the Cretians are not involved in this. Falksmen seem to have just prevented a charge. That's good. These guys, you need to go and swing into them. Archers, you can probably change your target at this point. Bit concerned about these Falksmen's weak position. General is charging into my heaviest guys. Ooh, I just got to stick my general in behind, but they do have a lot of other guys there. What I need to do is get these 3 hoplites swinging around the corner. Okay, that's really what the Falksmen are for, to be honest. So actually, we'll get one of them just to turn into there. General's fleeing. Perfect. These guys just start moving around. Okie dokie. Yeah, these guys are hopefully going to break the light lances. Yeah, the light lances not doing the job in that situation. Militia hoplites, unfortunately, we've charged into them, which we weren't supposed to do, just to be hitting the Peltas. So get yourselves out of there, because that's not a good engagement for you. You, though, can charge into them. You guys get into there. Don't really know what's going on in this flank, but I think it's fine. Okay, Mercy hoplites have done their job. Where are we at? Falksmen have cleared out that situation. Let's just get one Falksman back in to defend the Cretians, because we do have a second army coming, which is the bit of this battle that really concerns me. And the Falksmen just start running down that hill towards them. They have pikemen. Get yourselves back into pike formation. These Falkses should be ripping up this flank right about now. The cav, oh, this is poor central. This is no competitive battle scene, I can tell you that much. Okay, they're going to get Falksed. Lovely bit of Falksing in the back on these guys. Yeah, we've got it. Start the wrap up manoeuvre, start the wrapping up manoeuvre. These guys actually should be in pike. Yes, wrap them up. Perfect. We do have a charge coming in, but time for these cav to swing across, and this cav can do the same thing over here. Get these guys to swing into those laddies. Okay, their skirmish guys could still be a little bit annoying potentially, but this is where our cav should now start to mop them up. Their general has just charged on in right into the centre of us. This is where our general can just make sure that we've dealt with this, because it's a bit of a mess, to be honest. They've done their work. Excellent. You deal with them. Militia Cav are hopefully going to deal with this. Second General is doing the job. There he goes. Falks down. The Falksmen are so good at ripping generals to shreds. Beautiful stuff. Light Lancers need to go down. These guys need to get back in some sort of position, but they are currently being charged. Nope, they're not. Okay, he's coming all the way around to deal with us. We need to get back into some kind of a formation. So, all infantry. All pike lads. Get out of pike and get back into position. Perfect. Let's get these guys who are currently completely not tired, although they have used their javelins, into position. Lovely. These guys just charge them down because there's nothing much more we can do with them for the time being. Folksmen in random positions, as they would be from all of their random charging. You get yourselves back. What we need to do is get these militia cav to mop them up. Okay, militia cav have mostly done the job. Are any of them particularly shattered? Don't think so. Don't know if I told these guys to move back yet. This is where the militia cav are very helpful, to be honest. Like, we have seen them cause problems for us in the first battle, but we're doing okay now. We really need to get in position quick because this is, yeah, bigger general. Bigger general. Okay, we are mostly okay at this stage. Get all of the cav back behind the lines, and actually we need the Cretians actually in position for the next round. Now, as you probably learned in lots of previous battles, whilst we're good enough to win against these two armies, them coming in back to back can often knacker you and leave you in a very vulnerable position. So we need to be quite careful here. Okay, likewise, archers, get on top of that. General, likewise, yeah, Cretians to shoot. Just get a one shot in on these light launchers if at all possible. We just need to mop them up before they become an issue. Second army is much more infantry based, which is I'm more comfortable about. They're not that strong, but there are still a couple cav left, and there's a general at the front about to pile on in. So, okay. What infantry do we have? A few folksmen, these mercenary peltasts. As you will know from the video, these guys are experts at hiding long grass and are hilarious when they pounce. So we'll get them into this position. We're going to get these falksmen, sorry, out there. We're going to get the other peltasts over on this flank. Just make sure we're in position. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we're good. Falksmen aren't going to be... Ooh, a bit of a charge on these guys. They will take a bit of a hit, but the general will mop them up. Oh, he's getting distracted. General's getting pulled into all of this nonsense, which is not ideal. Falksmen. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna... Okay, I don't mind the Falksmen sacrifice themselves just to make sure we are getting the right shots in. Let's make sure. Cretians. Get some shots on them. Falksmen do fare very well against generals, so I think we'll be fine. Cretians can just shoot them down. We've got some phalanx pikemen over there. We've got some heavy pikemen over there. Some more phalanx pikemen. Get the two phalanx pikemen, please. And they didn't quite get on top of him, unfortunately. Didn't quite get on top. You guys, get onto that. We're going to... Ooh, this general could get dealt with here, but we should just be able to surround him and break him kind of suddenly here. Okay, so I think the surround should do the job here. I'm just going to pull the general out of it. I don't want him to die, but the rest of the unit should hopefully be enough to rip him apart. You guys get out of there. Let the infantry finish that off. Falksmen. Okay, you get yourselves into that position. We have ourselves some Falksmen out here. These guys are not in long enough grass, unfortunately. But you know what, it's fine. These guys can just pounce on them. That will do the job. Okay, I think mostly it's this general on this flank that's going to be potentially problematic, but I think we've largely got him dealt with because this flank is looking strong enough. Those Falksmen can now get back in position. General is going down. Oh yeah, beautiful. And peltasts and Falksmen turn around. Actually, no, they're like lancers turning on you. Actually, where the... They're just... The Falksmen are all over the place here, but it's actually working. Okay, get these guys forward. Get these guys forward. Get these guys marching forward into people. Get them marching forward. You guys can walk into them. You guys can walk into them. But I will just get the Cretians to aim at this back levy unit because they're the ones who need to go down. Chat, I will catch up with you in a minute. Bit of an intense one right now. Get the Falkses and... well, yeah, actually all three of you out to this flank. There was some peltasts around here somewhere. There we are. Peltasts are okay. Yep, get these guys to run, actually. Don't get yourselves caught on the phalanx, you numpties. Yep, job done. Victory and glory. And we just need to make sure now we mop up as many as possible. Now, the town had just stopped being plagued, I think. But we'll see about that. So we've got the peltasts chasing people down beautifully. That's lovely work. Yeah, we'll get on top of all of that. Archers, please stop shooting at this point. Just start running. That should keep them busy enough. These guys, yeah, just swing into all of this. I think we've got them. We got them. And you can really see the Falksmen flanking in effect in this battle. And that's what we wanted to see for weeks now. Just we wanted to see the Falksmen do their job, and we definitely saw it there. Okay, light lances are awkward. But we dealt with them quite well there. We did deal with them quite well. Could have been more awkward, but in the end, I'm very happy with that. So, very few men going to get away by the looks of it. There are just a few peasants at the back, mostly being mopped up. It's not the end of the world if they get away. So that's more militia cav. That's a general. That's finished him off. Okay, I think we've pretty much got them. Right. Well, wellity. These guys can just run down the hill to them. Okay. Right, I've missed a bit of the comment section here, but 20 people. Hello, all 20 of you. I enjoy playing this big battle at half speed and remastered. Oh, lovely. Yeah, on Medieval 2 you can actually, if you press, is it shift? And then press the speed button, you can slow down by 10th increments, but yes, not on this. Is added in the remaster. Very nice. It's nice for cinematic stuff as much as anything. I'm not sure actually how useful it is all the time, but I guess it's kind of nice to still play the battle with it moving, because there was a lot of pausing earlier in this battle. Amateur in a real battle, the general can't press a button, press pause. The general also has second, third, fourth in command of certain sections of the battlefield who know what they're supposed to be doing. But I'll take it. Total amateur. Just watch the first battle with this episode and you'll see the true amateur in me. I seem to have half woken up into the day because that was a much for more productive bit. It's ridiculous how much I'm pressing the pause button. Yeah, well, I don't do multiplayer. We're going to get this right after the slight disaster at the start of the stream. Victory and glory. Oh, the plague came back. Well, we'll burn it down anyway. And are you guys plagued? They've picked up the plague immediately. Lovely. Well, unfortunately, our good army is now plagued. It's not that good of an army, but it is a bit annoying when it involves your Cretians. Well, the plague, to be honest, has been going on and off there for a while, and there can't be many of them left. So I suspect at this stage, 2,000 people, I think it'll be gone in a turn. There's no squalor in here at all. It's just dead. Right. Well, at least we have some money. Largest faction, back to us. Death stalks the land. Yes, we've now picked it up with many characters, which I was hoping to avoid, but alas, what's done is done. We'll send the spy over to some Roman territory then. If he is indeed plagued, maybe we can do something. And faction announcements. And Itapsens, the wrathful. Why are you so wrathful? Don't know why. He's having a lovely time over in Crimea. He's having a much better time than most of us. Right, we have a bit of money again. So what do we need? First and foremost, we need some archers in Tylis, just to make sure that we can go and counter against the Scythians. Over here we need a sewer for Pete's sake, because no one's built it in the last, what, eight terms there's been a plague there? I mean, it's been going on and off, of course, but yes. We will, though, start to get some sewers around the map. My brother commenting, Shiza Manelli, because I think he's just realised that I've been streaming for the last 2 hours. It's the same time every 2 weeks, boyo. Get in here. And, okay, we at least do have a little bit of money now. We were, though, actually. Sorry if you can hear the vibration of the phone. It shouldn't be making any noise. It should be on fully silent, but it is buzzing at me, unfortunately. So we're going to get them on the boats. And, to be honest, yeah, we can't make it all the way. So we'll just actually, on this rare occasion, get all of my boats together. This fleet doesn't want to join the other fleet, for Pete's sake. Oh well, just go and be supportive. At least this way we might be okay. Don't actually want it in the middle. Oh, it's fine. Fine. Okay, I'm very hard. The pause button is essential. I'm with Sheplord 3000. Okay, 8 messing around. To be fair, if you are playing competitive, obviously you're not pausing. But I don't play multiplayer, so I don't like people. Clearly, is the thing. Now, I've never really got into multiplayer. I probably just didn't have the internet connection back in the day. My parents were not one for getting the latest tech, so we had dial up for way too long, way too long. I suspect we didn't even have broadband until maybe when I went to university and Empire Temple Total War came out. So there we are. Right, we at the very least can now get a little bit of. We'll get the sewers. We'll take the hint about the plague. Fine. I think we've got enough troops for Halicarnassus. What we got? We've got 3 pikes. There is a spy here who could actually do something more useful for us, I suppose. So yeah, get the spy over as planned. Now, to be fair, like playing a game without pausing is definitely a very hard way of playing. I know if you're going to go for like hardest possible way of playing, you know, maybe a Rebels campaign on very hard, no pausing, you know, like that would be a way of making it all the more difficult. But I feel like just the realities, really, like my headcanon of it really is like I would have other sub commanders who would know what the job for those units are. So alas, I won't play that way, but I do very much respect those who want to play by those rules, because that is brutal. Okay, we have not a huge amount of time to smash on in here, but I'd like to try and take out the Macedonians before the end of the day. I'm just checking Cyrene because they do often land a boat there. They haven't on this occasion, but they do like to take that town. Yes, I plan to stop at like 1:15ish, so we've probably got another 20 minutes, half an hour or so, something like that. So we'll just check around the towns. Titus is building its archer range at last. Great news. Tomzantium is building its governance palace. Larissa will need... get the paved roads before the boats on this one occasion. I will, I think, just get these guys just to poke the rebels. I'm actually, because I want us to get on, I think we'll just send the guys who can retrain. Who can retrain here, by the way? Actually, not that many of them. Oh dear. Okay. How does the game feel about this auto resolve? Not very well. You know, these guys are plagues. They can come and do some battling for a minute. Come and clear out these rebels for us. Good. We didn't lose the auto resolve. That's good news, isn't it? These guys can head on back to Thessalonica since they're plagued. Although, knowing our luck, we'll re-plague it now as a result of that. But anyway, back to Larissa. We can get the roads. We need to get connection between towns. Actually, we've already got 4 archers here, so we'll cut back on those archers. But yeah, we'll get the road, make sure we're moving forward onto very high tax. And I think between the spear and the archers, that is very, very defendable. Corinth is similar. You have bonus to archer missiles. We should send them... I misclicked that. Send them over here to get trained. So we've got a little bit of money for the retrain. So yeah, you guys get retrained there. That is beautiful. Okay, looking good. We gained a bit of traits there. You always gain so many more traits when you just auto-resolve. It's kind of ridiculous. The internet kind of sucked the fun out of multiplayer battles. Yeah, it's all about the meta and things. I like kind of... You'll probably see it in my campaign. As much as I, you know, will play hard campaigns quite often, it's still ultimately about it being fun and it being a bit ridiculous at times. So, well, it looks like the Betrayal gone, by the way. But yes, it is a... I like being as silly as I can. You know, I want to sometimes go in with a ballista chariot army because that's just the most stupid way of playing the game. I don't think I want to build anything else in Sparta for the time being. I think just save up my money for a turn or two over there. Rhodes is okay. Again, we do want to keep getting better troops in Rhodes. because it is an important flashpoint for our future moving forward. Practice range. You know what? Javelins aren't the worst. I'm going to save up the money. Save up the money. Thessalonica. No point in doing anything there at the moment with the plague going on. We'll just hold on to Tylis. We'll try and siege this out, but we'll potentially send up some reinforcements. Maybe the javelins and an archer. I don't know. You know what? We'll save it here for the moment. We'll save that and keep on moving. Okay. So. End of term report. Nothing too interesting. Death stalks the lands. Plenty of people still dying of plague. Didn't lose the general, of course. It's still got the plague, so I guess we'll walk our troops back in. But at some point, hopefully that'll end. I mean, we're at 2,000 minus 3.5. We're going to build sewers. We'll throw all the bodies into the sewers. It'll be fine. When did this happen? They've done a classic boat attack. Brilliant. Right, well. Okay. Well, the Romans have come. The Romans are coming. Now, to be honest, in general, depending on where they land, or if they just want to attack, if they want to go by land, I feel quite relaxed about it in terms of Larissa. There is a huge stack over here, but we just got to take Bilazora basically. Now, that won't win us the game because we need 15 settlements as well as the Macedonians did, but we always plan to kill Macedonia first and foremost. So that is essentially the plan. So we'll land those guys over there. We have them actually outside of the city, which I really wish I just actually looked at before we did that. So I might leave this a turn now. We'll see if they attack us. Yes, Stratagos. And you, my good sir, there's probably Cretians to hire. There are 2 Cretians. I know it's a lot of money, but I'm just hiring them because that is victory and glory. So we'll take them on and we'll just swing around when it comes to it. And Rhodes, get yourself another unit in the meantime. And with Dionysus, that's just happiness. Yeah, I said we won't focus on that for the time being. Well, I guess if we were to continue this, it would be into the Roman wars. As I say, it's just a boat, but the rest of it's coming. So at this point, it's just to stack up your forces and smash into them because they're be coming. And we'll end our term. Macedonia, continue to spy. That's probably a plagued spy, and he's going to cause me more plague forever. Some point, we might get away with that. They're actually going to attack us at Halicarnassus. Okay, interesting. Bit ballsy. And there are some decent troops here, but a bit ballsy, I would suggest. Okay, and we don't know the reinforcements. I'm not sure what those are. I think, to be honest, we're absolutely fine. So we'll give ourselves a silly little save here. Swing ourselves into position and get on into battle. Okay. Beautiful stuff. And in we go. Yeah, on the on the difficulty thing, you can add if you want to include it. We will next week actually on Wednesday have more of the general body cam for the historical battles. So yeah, if you really want to muck around and make your life difficult, you can go on the general cam. That was a bit far because we're not actually set up for the battle yet, but we're not going to play on general cam. That's a bit much. You know, an RTS camera, I think that's what I play on, isn't it? I don't even know anymore. Right, pikemen. These guys are fine. 2 experience on them. Very nice to have. We've got some Cretians. They do have some slingers. Oh yeah, we actually have our own archers here today. That's nice. It's nice to have a load of archers out, and these are from Artemis as well. So they've got the 2 extra missile fire on them. Ideally, we get these guys back to mainland Greece, and we get them trained up in death fire. Okay, get into battle. More men in the distance. Lovely. Okay, Total War's players going back to the OG games after Pharaoh. Well, lots of people are. I mean, this has been what the whole 4.5 years this channel has just been me playing with all the old games. But it is good to see people go back. I've seen a lot of like Legend, Total War playing on be it Shogun 2 or Medieval 2 or whatever really. A lot more of the old stuff again, which is, yeah, cool to see. I've definitely seen a big upshoot in the concurrent viewers as well. I'm sure, does it Legend put up the stats the other day? It's like 300 live playing on Pharaoh and like 4,000 on Pharaoh, which is kind of hilarious considering Pharaoh's just come out. I mean, it actually has genuinely been a big boon for the old games. People have just stopped playing. Yeah, they've stopped playing the older, the more modern ones, been playing that instead, which is interesting. Right, they've taken the bait, which is what I want. Excellent. The archers can now focus on these hoplites, please. And we're going to run on in and take out the radiant slings before they cause any problems, because they were the most likely to bother me in this battle. Got some more militia hoplites out in the rear. Falksmen are in an interesting position because for some reason I left them in an interesting position. And the radiant slingers, as good as they are, have immediately been ripped apart. Now you're all just going to stand there like melons, in range of my javelins and in range of my archers, which is kind of perfect. So, javelins ahoy. It's fine by me. Peltas just need to be wary of. Reinforcements are a long way away. Seem to be javelins by and large. Can you guys just go mop them up? You can just keep your skirmish on, actually. You guys go on to fire, because to be honest, morale will probably do the job for us on this occasion. We'll just get you to shoot them. You've got a nice angle on them, so you can go and do that. You guys get back over here and throw some javelins into them. Lovely. Just going to get the general over here, actually. We'll just swing one of you over towards those guys. We'll just let them continue to skirmish. That's fine by me. Falksmen, get yourself into position. You need to do your normal falxing. I feel like the archers are about to skirmish, aren't they? Yeah, they're broken before anything's even happened. They're reloading. I'm surprised they're anywhere near being in range, but that's fine by me. And the flames will just continue to do their work. Lovely, this is good enough for the time being. These guys just continue to skirmish them. And you know what, General, I think you can probably start to just run into them, because archers probably have better targets to be picking at this point. And yeah, Falksman, you know what, you just run over there and deal with them. Javelins, get over there. No pause in this battle. Don't think we need to pause somehow. I'll pause at some point just to wind people up. And mostly cleared out. Falksmen are just here to cause more morale issues, to be honest. Nothing much more than that. These guys are far enough into the battlefield where hopefully they're not going to run away. Get the general back into this, to be honest. You can just stand where you're supposed to stand. Militia hoplites are now feeding as well. Lovely stuff. Yeah, missiles are doing their work. Grecian archers, can you make sure you are shooting at these guys? Get these guys to run on forward and deal with them. I think we're out of javelins. You know what, Falksmen, go and do your job. Perfecto. And as for these guys, yeah, there are some Cretians. I thought they had some Cretians over in Halicarnassus. It is sometimes a problem if you face them all in battle. Yes, keep pausing. Pause. 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 Micromanage. And the Falksmen are going to get in there for a bit of actual action. I know we're going to lose men for that, but, you know, we actually managed to make our own men break. Excellent. I thought we'd give them some fun, some run out. They don't like having nothing to do. Oh well. Fine, we'll finish it off sensibly then. See, this is what pausing does, you see, ladies and gents. It causes the Falksmen to get sad. Okay. So, with a good old cavalry charge in the rear of pikes, we can shoot our lads down with our own arrows, as is always a good idea. Now actually they have Cretians over there, so I'm going to get all my cavalry set up just to do a big charge on them. And as for this infantry, let's get all of our infantry into a line. I was just like, who are these units? I'm pointing at the screen. Who are these units over here? Oh yeah, it's my cav. Excellent. So all missiles, you can get shooting on them. And all cav, you can just charge straight at the Cretians. And they already seem distracted by us, which is excellent news. Excellent news. We only lost half of the Falksmen. Lovely stuff. General, please don't get yourself killed, actually. I can see you there being an idiot. I can see it coming. Okay, Cretians. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the units in, so that's actually not going to break them, I imagine. We're actually more likely to lose our own men, because Cretians are actually surprisingly good at hand-to-hand. Right, the pikes are now going to run around like crazed loons. La 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 la. We're going to pause because I was told to. And there we go. Okay. I don't know why we're on loose on this occasion. I think I just accidentally clicked that a few times with the when I'm playing on this for some reason. Flaming arrows in the rear. Cretan archers hopefully are going to actually get shot down or run down even, because that's what we're doing. There we go. Enemy general flees. Get that one lad to be taken down. And the rest of us can just stand here. Just scaring these guys. Down goes Steve. Oh, right in the face. Brutal. Lovely stuff. Another hot plate. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of good forces here in Halicarnassus. Got to be a little bit careful. I do tend to send... yeah. I do tend to send a diplomat over here. It's a bit like Rhodes, where a good diplomat is always fun. Now, I will actually wait and not send my general to his death because, you know, we'll be vaguely sensible. How's the chat going? Are the chat happy with the pausing? Great to see so many people watching good old Rome Total War live in this day and age. It's still one of the greats. It's still such a beautiful thing. These hoplites are damn heroes, by the way. Halicarnassus, Modern Bodrum. And we've got a boats over there. You can see the Colossus of Rhodes behind King's Rock, which is beautiful. Pride Rock. We'll send the general after these guys, actually, because we don't need to be blowing the horn of destiny on this occasion. These guys, well done. You are damn heroes, but they're about to quit. They are indeed. Jimothy got to reload now. He doesn't count. Wind doesn't count with pausing. Indeed, the wind never counts with pausing. Going to scrap the whole campaign. But, yes. Unfortunately, we have run into a few problems here today. The Scythia, for one thing. The Romans attacking about now is what I expected. We'd be in a better position to complete this if we'd not lost Getae. But it is what it is. We won't get 15 here in today, but we will, if nothing else, get ourselves Halicarnassus. General view. What about the general view? General view only when we've got general view. Oh, darn and blast. Boat got caught out. More boats getting caught out. And okay, what do you want to do here? Do you want to send these enslaved people to Thessalonica to go and die? Probably not. I don't need money too badly right now. We can occupy, that's fine. We need this place getting bigger. But the mausoleum of Halicarnassus. This is not going to help us anytime soon. But it is beautiful. Lovely thing. You can go see the foundations of this in Bodrum. Last I heard, they were planning on building like a glass house version of it, or some kind of like modern version of it, which sounded interesting, but I don't know that project's happening. I know Turkey has zero economy at the moment. So, right, strongest faction is us once again. Let it be known we are the greatest. You said general only. Sorry, I got very distracted. The general camera view is good fun. We have, at least we got the Gallic Wars as well. Ceasefire with Greece. Oh no. Oh no. We're going to have to just retrain here, by the way, even though we're being plagued, because the Brutii is about to besiege us. What can we do? We can just retrain as much as possible, but it's not ideal, really. Get some more pikes. Pikes are always useful. Actually, we can't get more because that will run out. Actually, we can merge these guys who are not possible to sort out, actually. So we'll do that. And can we get a bit of merging? Not ideal, really, merging all these dead troops, but the Romans are coming. This is the third time for general only view. I keep on missing this. Monday, we've obviously finished our Gunpowder only series. Monday, we're going to have our historical battles, AI only on the Monday, and the Wednesday we'll have the general only point of view where I play the battle. I can't remember which ones we've got coming up. I think we've got the Siege of Sparta coming up. I think that might be the week after, though. I think we've got... there's another... Is it Actium? There's another Pyrrhus battle before the Battle of Sparta. So I think I do them Sparta second because it's the second Pyrrhus battle on that. So we got those the next few weeks. We'll have Empire Total War in the new year on the Monday slot. That will not be general only view. I don't know if there is a general only view on that. There might be. We're just going to get more and more archers for Larissa. I mean, we'll just get another pike into there. Now, I'm a bit concerned that the Brutii could just turn up by sea. So this half-dead boat can at least do some scouting. Don't see them coming, but they could be there soon enough. Just going to get you over here. Watchtower, ahoy. Pontics are again coming for Sardis. Hopefully not for us. This does give us a border with the Pontics by Cilicia, but there's no real open connection. Beautiful. Okay. Shockingly, well, it's in the British Museum. Is that Halicarnassus? I'm going to the British Museum on Sunday. It'll be lovely. And lovely stuff. Well, I might go to the British Museum. I don't know. I'm in London, so we'll see what we do. Generals are still plagued. When will the plague end? When will the plague end? Okay. Yes, if you play Medieval 2, of course, yeah, you can play on a slower speed, can't you? You can shift it down a little bit, so that'll be better. Our economy is really struggling for this plague, so please end it. The Romans are coming. Larissa's absolutely fine. There's no general. I would send this guy here, but he obviously is plagued, so that would be stupid. But I think I'm quite confident we could hold out with what we've got here in general. That's okay. Maybe just send one more pike just for the sake of it. Just keep these guys pumping out their particular units. Yeah. Why not? Send more of these up to Athens. That's magnificent. And I think, ladies and gents, where are we? We're 3 turns till surrender. So I'm just begging that we can do this before the Brutii come and take Thessalonica, because I don't want to have to deal with all that nonsense. I like to wrap it up pretty soon. But if we can kill Macedonia, I'd feel very happy with my lot in life. So Cadonia is continuing to be a bit underdeveloped over here. I think we should probably... We should get that blacksmith out there. City barracks. Do we need that there? We probably don't. I wouldn't mind the stables. Again, stone walls, ahoy. I need this general back over there. So, I just sent him over to put down a watchtower. I do need him back. So we'll send this boat out. You here. Heal up. We know from sending spies that we can get them across to Athens in time. So we can get the general and maybe some of those troops back to Athens, and then at least we'll have a general in that part of the world. Get a boat over there. Be grand. Tylis is looking okay. Okay, we'll save it up for the time being. We'll just see what happens. Yep, there come the Brutii. At least we're retrained. Scythia want to threaten us, I assume? No. Well, this is really where shit hits the fan. Can my rebel friends do something about these guys? Are they coming in? They're not coming in yet. Okay. Now, the plague has ended. Our generals will have it for another turn. Hopefully what that means is if we manage to retrain and we're going to get away with the plague being gone. Okay, the war's restarted with Greece again. That's fine. This is a fairly solid position. Like, we can hold out against that. I just want to take this in time. So I'm just going to play on for another turn or two. We can get extra large stone walls over there. That's fine. Our money is really struggling with a siege and plague, to be honest. Halicarnassus will be able to afford a port in a turn. So, end the turn again. And I meant to do the Halicarnassus guy, didn't I? Excellent. So, Halicarnassus. We are going to grab you. We need to grab the Cretan archers. They have to come with. And to be honest, I think with that going on, we should probably just get these troops back across as well. That's about as close as we can get. Can we get the army off? We can't, which is a problem. But only if there are boats close enough to sink us. I think boat-wise we're gonna be fine. You head over there. I don't see too many boats in this part of the world. There's a Pontic over there. We can get these guys safely to shore in a turn or two. They've got 4 rams. That's not going to beat them with a stone wall. 1 turn. Town grows. What grows now? Macedonia. That's excellent news. Okay, I think, to be honest, I'm obviously trying to rush to the end of the Macedonian situation here, but I think we're actually in quite a good position to counterattack the Betrayal, because we're going to have a two full stack, well, however much is left here. We're going to have a full stack army here at Larissa ready to go at Apollonia. This spy has the plague, right? He doesn't anymore. Well, we're going to send him in here and see what's going on. I'm going to send another guy over here. They don't have a huge amount. We might catch the Betrayal early enough if we're lucky. They won't head in with 4 rams, and if they do, it's suicide. So, good on them if they want to do that. And, okay, here comes a boat. That's fine. You're just a random dude at sea. Ha 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 ha! They're dead. Glorious victory will burn them all down. This land is now ours, and ladies and gents, we have achieved our first plan. Macedonia are dead. Now, we haven't won because we need 3 more settlements. So, okay. Situation is thus. Why have they built so many rams? Situation is thus. We have ourselves full stack here, full enough. Plague is gone. I don't know if I'm not sure we're losing any form for plague anymore, but plague is gone. They've got 100,000 rams. They will not crack in with that. Julian and Greek cities again, tons of Greek war. I think we're in a very good position to counterattack them, to be honest. I think what we would do is let this army be bled out by attacking us. This army over here, oh, we're actually full up, lovely stuff. This army over here, back to Athens. We're still 1 short, or 1 too many. That's fine. We can, again, we've got, we were just trying to make sure we were safe in the meantime. So, Alpha P, I cannot count. Count your things, Thomas. Send them away. So, we have a full stack here with a good general. Experience on them, good archers. We're in a position where we could push into Apollonia. Now, the Greeks could counterattack, so we need to make sure we've got enough to defend. We need to make sure that we're safe at sea. Again, we are okay for now. That rebel fleet's going to kill us. There's nothing I can do about that. But I think we're in a pretty good position against the Betrayal here. We've just about managed to set up enough. The only real negative on this campaign, I would say, is this. This went wrong. But I reckon we could build up between these settlements to try and take it back. Look at our money. Our money is back riding high. And with a bit of mines, let's just get some nice big chunky investment going. Maybe not that one, then it's maybe 1 step too far. But yeah, with some nice chunky investment, I think we're in a very good position to continue this. So, let me know what you're thinking, because maybe I'll put a vote on it on the channel actually in the coming days. Port there. I would like to potentially finish this short campaign by getting to 15 settlements, but I would say it's going to start turning chunky with the Romans at this stage. We've obviously got our first minor victory of killing the Macedonians. But to get the 15 settlements, we need to play just a little bit more. And 15, I guess, would be ding, ding, ding. That would kind of be perfect, albeit perfect really would be getting Getai back, but we'll see about that. We can, in theory, finish that up. Now, can we do that in another live stream? Quite possibly. I'd like to do that. But potentially, if people would be more interested in me to move on to Germania, I could finish it off in like a one-off special as well. But obviously, like, you know, it's a slightly different experience doing it live. I get a bit distracted by the chat sometimes. And sometimes we start and I just completely burn down all of my units in half a second, as we found with the morale in that battle there. Ironically, I had the better morale than their general, but there we are. As I say, I think we're in a very good position to push forward here. Aside from the one Getite issue, which, you know, happened, I'd say we've done very well. And I think I will put it on a vote on the channel to see if people want to do this in a live stream or if they just want it in a one-off, because I will finish the 15 settlements, but we'll see if people want to move on to the next campaign or if they're enjoying this. I do see we got the same sort of general amount of views as we've been having, so I don't see why people wouldn't be interested, but I'd quite like to potentially finish the job. Obviously the Betrayal is going to make this a bit more chunky going forward, but we will see about all of that. I'm going to have a quick look through the chat there. Geez, those Falksmen just melted. Yeah, normally the Falksmen, that was against militia hoplites. Yeah, normally the Falksmen keep fighting them for a fair while and then wrap around them and start to chunk them down, but they got, yeah, shot to ribbons there, or poached to ribbons. Right, played a Medieval 2 Byzantine. In general only view, slowed down the speed against hordes of Mongolians. Yes, imagine defending against hordes of Mongolians, running behind the battle line to give orders. Very immersive. Yeah, I do think the general battles is such a different way of playing the game. It is the most immersive way, and yeah, on Wednesday we got historical battle with that, and it is interesting to play. I think, oh yeah, no, because the one on both of them, actually, these two Pyrrhus ones are really fascinating ways to play with the general, because we saw in the first one I did at Teutoburg Forest, that one's so hard in general view. If you can win that very hard in general view, good luck to you. I might go back to that at the end of the series, but you know, some battles are a bit more simple, like we saw with I can't think what the battle was now. River Trebia. That was quite simple. We just stood behind the lines and gave commands. Elephants just ripped people to shreds. But yeah, the two Pyrrhus battles are very interesting. You really need the general on very hard to do his work and get around, particularly the Siege of Sparta. Siege of Sparta, you have lots of options in terms of sniping off the reinforcements. And do you want your general to go and cover the reinforcements? Do you want to head on in and leave them alone? Yeah, it's a tough one. The AI is fascinating, that one as well. Siege of Sparta is an excellent bit of AI in general only, but we do have is it Antim? I can't think what it's called now. Anyway, Pyrrhus over in Italy over there. So we got that coming up. In terms of general other comments before I get to the things, any plans of tournament in the immediate future? Yeah, I would say repel Brutii, take Apollonia, and squeeze out Termon, but I'd probably rather deal with Salona first. Is this they have got that? Okay, so they have got the northern settlement as well. Interesting. These two are not well defended. I might Apollonia and then Termon just to finish them off. Greece are very much defending against the Pontics, but if they're done there, I could snipe that off because it'd be their last city. So that would be my plan if we get onto another one. Where else are we? Yeah, it's near all the pots we saved too. Yep, all of those excellent things. To be fair, there's quite a lot of early Proto-Syria stuff in there, which possibly might have got damaged in recent history. But again, it's kind of our fault, or well, British and French's fault for all of that agreement. So it's kind of our fault that whole area is destabilised anyway. So yeah, just blame the British and the British Museum. Sounds about right. GG Prince of Macedon. Prince of Macedon, that's the name. Actually, I have spoke to him a couple times actually, because when I did the Rome is better than you think, I think it's on the second video where we speak to the lecturer, to Dr. Richard Cole at Bristol University, who talks about the legacy of Rome Total War. I think Prince of Macedon's at the start of that actually. It's a very nice little speech on there. I don't understand why the Scutari are so bad. Tier 3 infantry with only 4 morale is terrible. Yeah, the morale is the thing. I recently noticed the Armenian infantry, the heavy spearmen, are really good units seemingly, but actually the morale is really low. I think it's only like 4. On the remaster it's raised up to 6, but again, it's only 6. It's not great. So there we are. Scutiari, yeah, they're quite nice. I kind of like them, to be honest. I know I've only put them on C tier on the mercenary video, but I do think they're quite useful. They're just never going to be elite, but I think they're pretty useful settlement, pretty useful thing. There's only 3 turns to surrender here, so that's something to bear in mind if they don't start attacking soon. I mean, to be honest, I probably should sally do a damage because they are lacking cav. Although actually they've got the generals there. I don't know. We'll see about that when we get to it next time, be it a live stream or a separate video. Rome is a must. Always down for more. Yeah, I'm kind of happy to. It's more just a case of at some point we'll get on with the Germany or the Germania guide video, and I'd like to do the live stream to some extent in conjunction with that. I don't plan on doing that until next month. I've got plans for the Friday videos for this month, but yeah, I'd like to finish this one before we move on to that. But we'll see what the vote says. Take Rome before victory. I mean, we always plan for the short campaign. Maybe if I do it as a separate video, or I do a separate video kind of with the push into Italy, because, you know, that is kind of the ultimate victory on this game always, isn't it? So maybe in a bonus video one way or the other. Take Italy. Yeah, I think I probably will in a bonus thing, you know. I like in between series to kind of maybe do something slightly different. So as I said, in terms of schedule, Monday we obviously just finished the grand finale of our gunpowder only campaign. That's an hour and a half feature length. That one is spectacular. There are some ludicrous battles in that with the Mongols and the gunpowder troops. Utter insanity, but it is good fun. I enjoyed that campaign. Related to that, we'll get to actually. So yesterday was that. Thursday we have a Thursday feature. Can't remember what it's on. I know last week I was putting out Dwarf Romantic. Do love a bit of Dwarf Romantic. Beautiful little game. Unless I'm mixing up the weeks there, but I think that's what we had on there. On Friday we have a modding guide for, and this has been a long time asked. I think about 3 years I've been asked for this video. I'm showing you how to mod the Dragoons from the Americas DLC onto the base game of Medieval 2, and obviously you can somewhat apply that to other units. So basically it's a mod guide on taking units from Kingdoms DLC on Medieval 2 onto the base game. Now if you want to do all the units, you might as well just download one of the mods, but if you like to play around a mod and add in a unit for a particular campaign, like me for Spain, yeah, it feels like a good idea. I do the New World Cuirassiers, who the French and the English have on the Americas DLC, add them in as well. I talk about the Greek fire throwers, but the Greek fire throwers that's a whole new weapon. That gets complicated. So that's not in this video, but potentially I'd do that in the future. I think I mentioned it at the end of that. It's something we could see in the future. But basically, yeah, we've got a guide for how to mod from Medieval 2 Kingdoms into the base game. So that one took a lot of work. That was a lot of work. It's actually surprisingly simple, but I did a lot of experimenting and had to record the video 3 times for various issues. But in the end, it's all good. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. On Sunday, we have some shorts. I did record a load of shorts this week. The one on last Sunday about the retinue, which always confuses and staggers people. It sometimes amazes me. Yeah, we've actually got unique retinue here, which obviously, if any of these recovering from wounds, I think we can give the surgeon over to our leader for this battle. We definitely want some of that. In fact, we probably want, before this battle begins, to make sure we've got the right people on these generals. So yeah, recover injuries is always a good one. And we'll look for any other morale things in here. But he's got some half decent stuff on here. So yeah, I'll have a fiddle around with that. But yeah, I did a guide on the retinue swapping, and it always, every time I mention it, people are always astounded. There's always someone who's never seen it before after 20 years of playing Rome. Next Monday and Wednesday, I said we've got the historical battles, AI only, and then the general cam. Empire Total War in the new year. And I might do some more historical, but maybe we'll touch into something not from Rome as well. But the next few Monday and Wednesdays we'll have those historical, general and AI only battles. Next live stream, Tuesday 19th of December, 2 weeks from now. We're going with the fortnightly still. And again, I said I'll put that up for vote. But basically, if we don't continue with this, it will be Germania, because that's what's already been voted in as the next guide. But the vote will basically be on, are we going to live stream part 5 of this and attempt to get 15 settlements? I'm not going to necessarily worry about finishing Rome on live, but I do want to win the short campaign, which is what we're going for. I think it's quite possible. We're not going to be struggling here with Rome. We've got a solid army in Bielazora. We've got a very strong army in Thessalonica, albeit plagued and sieged right now. That should be able to repel an attack. And we've got a strong force here in Larissa, albeit quite archer heavy because it's a defensive force by and large. But I think we're in a good position to push forward. So it's that. The vote will be, I'll put up a vote. When should I put it up? I'll put it up later in the week. Maybe like Thursday, Friday, maybe. Friday, perhaps. We'll put up the vote. I'll give people time to watch this on the... I'll give people time to watch this, I think, later in the week. So Friday, maybe. Friday, Saturday, I'll put up a vote. And it'll be basically, do we win the short campaign before we move on? Or do we just move on to the Germania? Either way, I will finish this in either that or a short video. Okay. So, almost watched the full thing, Victory and Glory, and please more. But we are just doing the outro-ish kind of thing now. Yeah, we've done pretty well today. It was a slow start with Campus Ghetto. That was an absolute key example of morale is everything in Rome. Like, we engaged for about half a second before almost the entire army routed, so that was a disaster, but it happens sometimes. Okay, podcast, if you are a member or patron, there's the podcast coming out tomorrow, so I'll be talking on that about plans for the future months and generally talking about how we're doing on the channel. We hit 5,500 today. It was only a few weeks ago that we got 5,000. Doing very well, by the way, on that. We had that tier list for the mercenaries, as I said earlier in the video, which has got 29,000 views from the first week, 10 days or so, which is a lot more than usual. So that has been excellent. A lot of more views on the channel, a lot more subs. And yeah, if anyone else does want to become a member or a patron, then there are links down below. That is all there for you. We generally do the podcast. We talk a bit more in the channel. And there are some extra behind the scenes footage videos if you're interested in that kind of thing. So we will leave it here for now. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for suffering the brutal start of this campaign. And to be fair, we've had 3 perfect, pretty much perfectly run videos. So the fact that it's been episode 4 where we've had a bit of a massacre is quite good going. Thrace is not easy, but we've just about managed to make it work. And maybe we'll have a part 5. More tier lists. Yes, there will be more tier lists. A, they're really fun to make, and B, and B, obviously, if things are popular, people enjoy them, then that's great as well. So I enjoy making them. The tier lists are quite a lot of work, probably because the way I'm making them is I'm editing a lot of game footage into it to kind of highlight unit strategy. I guess if I just stood there with like, the tier list screen and just moved things across and spoke, it could be done a lot quicker. But you know what, I like to, properly add in the footage and things. So it takes a few days to throw those together, but they are good fun. We'll see more tier lists. Do not you worry. So that is it for today. Thank you all for joining me. It's been ruddy lovely. We're doing a grand old affair, and apart from the one guy who died, shout out to Steve, who actually was it. Zyles, he has actually had some lovely stats. Unfortunately, Zyles died, but he does have a young song Drenis, good old Drenis, who actually, in theory, should be factioner. But alas not, it's been passed over to Biasas's side of the family now, as it often does on this. But I will leave you. I am Thomas, this is Nerdist the Human, and this has been slightly less successful, but still thoroughly progressive and successful victory over the Macedonians as Thrace. Thank you for joining, everybody, and ta-ra!